Is it hard to be fresh if you don't have money, or can you still pull it off?
See, when I ain't had no money, I still had sauce. See, if you don't got no sauce, then you're lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce.
You can how you get lost in the sauce?
Man, a bitch gonna get lost in the sauce, man. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, man.
I'm sprinkling sauce, dropping sauce every street, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I dig it.
Overdose of sauce.
That's what it is.
No meat, just sauce.
When you're born, can you be born with sauce, or do you acquire
No,
sauce?
you can't born with sauce.
You get sauce. You get sauce from.
How you gonna be born with seasoning? You gotta get seasoned. I wasn't born with all this sauce.
Hell yeah.
I had to acquire this sauce.
We're gonna get this place hot and clammy. Just like the McBoyles like it. The whole family's here.
What is that a jar of? What is that a jar of, dude? What is that? Whoa, Jesus!
Hey, man.
We cannot have the McPoyle brothers in here creeping everybody out, bro. They bang each other.
Yeah.
Margaret, what are you doing here? Is that like a sexual thing? All right, let's do this.
She's still expecting a call.
That's not gonna happen, so just move past it, all right?
You will call her!
How many can there possibly be? Oh, good to see her again. Good. Like she doesn't know what I'm saying, right? Okay.
What is that, a fight?
Where's your brother, dude?
We just stepped out of the shower. He'll be down in a minute.
All right, listen, you guys can't go. Did you just say we?
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Ryan.
You think I'm bluffing? I think you're bluffing. You think I'm bluffing? I think you're bluffing. Then bluff this. Ryan, stab somebody.
McPoyle bloodline's been pure and clean for 1,000 years. This marriage is an abomination.
Now, when you say pure and clean, you mean what exactly?
It means we haven't bred outside the bloodline.
For 1,000 years?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
My client is odd. You might even refer to his family as very creepy.
Now, there was another member of the McPoyle family clan at the wedding the night of the incident. A one Mr. Royal McPoyle, a bird. Look into the gallery and you will see Royal's victims. It took Margaret's vocal cords in 1999, leaving her mute. Keith McPoyle lost his eyes and his ears to it in 76. Fly, my pet! Fly!
Later, bitches.
Oh shit, I'm gonna be sick.
Go, do it. Oh, feel it. Let it out.
Let's just get out of here.
Don't flush.
Talking like a gremlin, hypersonic lady. Out of Iran, out of Iran. Walls are coming down, beat it to Candace Owens. Too much Iran, too much Iran. Miriam Francois makes me feel like a BBI. No Mongolian, Chinese Greta Wall, Thunberg, 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 Thunberg. Mongolian, Chinese Greta Wall, Thunberg.
Well, you're just talking like a Mongoloid.
I don't give a fuck. I am a Mongoloid. In my heart, I'm a Mongoloid. That is what I am. We are a horde. That is what we are. Yes, we are that. We are 100% that.
That's not something to be proud of.
It is something to be proud of, because the Mongols are the ones who created civilization. And you created nothing but barbarism. You're the fucking barbarians. You destroyed the treasures of mankind. The Mongols only united it. What the fuck do you know about civilization? What the fuck do you know about pride? What the fuck do you have to be proud of? Except looting, genociding, and destroying the cultures and peoples and wealth of this world. What the fuck do you know, Cans Cuck?
Well, you're the one here chimping out, so...
I am chipping out, bitch, because I'm a fucking human being, and you're a little soy boy cuck little bitch. You don't know who the fuck I am.
No, I see you. I think you're a Mongoloid. That's what you...
I am a Mongoloid, you're right. It is what I am, and I'm proud of being that.
Well, it's an anthropological term. It doesn't actually mean Mongol.
Oh, so what's your fucking point? You ugly, disgusting, fucking barbarian, smelly piece of shit. You want to talk racism? I can be way more racist than you, Angloid. What fucking civilizations did Angloids ever fucking have? It needed the Romans to fuck all of you in your ass to give you any civilization. You never had any of your own. You want to be racist? I could be way more racist. You want to talk shit about Asians? What the fuck do you have on Asia, huh?
I have nothing on it.
You have nothing, because you're a Cans Cuck, bitch.
Okay, people, back again with another one, Bong Kakat Dreams. Yeah, what's good, people? What's good, comrade and Eid Mubarak? What's good, Too Old for the Witch? What's good, Jess Pulido? What's good, Polish Publisher? Cutter. What's good, Password? What's good, Ray? What's good, yo, my name Happy? What's good, Chloe? What's good, Daniel Mendy? I used to love Bunker Cat till he made dumb comments about Muslims. Which one? I made a lot of comments about Muslims. I swear down, man with long last name was in the chats. What happened to him? Where's man with long last name? What's good, man with long last name? Nah, don't time out man with long last name. Yo, Chloe, why do you? That's Vagina Bush. Why do you time out Vagina Bush? How do I even? That's Vagina Bush. So I timed out Vagina Bush for 10 seconds. What's good, Heidi? What's good, Marcos? What's good, Sunset? Clinton is a Zayo. George W. What's good, Kate from Da Da Da? What's good, Miku if you're nasty? What's good, Bear G? Man with long last name. That's Vagina Bush. I mean, he said Bunker Cat is stupid. I mean, that's some Vagina Bush shit. All right, give me a minute. Yeah, she said Chinese. Finish what? Sunset. No, fuck out here. Yo, what's good, Vagina Bush? They're not Zayos. They're worse. They're Yankees. They're fucking Yankees. You need to yo Sunset. You need to accept that it's Yankeeism that's the problem. Zionism ain't about shit. It's just a small group of people. They ain't about shit. It's Yankeeism. They're all Yankees. And Zionism comes with being a Yankee, generally. Right? Because they're also pro-Ukraine. They're also Russophobic. They're also... Most Yankees are Zios. It comes with the Yankee label. but Yankees can just they can just remove the Zionists if they want to, because they are way more powerful. I don't think Trumpito is a Zio. I think he's just a fucking PDFR. He's just a Trumpito is just a capitalist. I don't think he's a Zio. He probably does not even know what Zionism is. People like George W. Bush, he's just a fucking savage. I don't think he's a Zionist. He's just an American. He's just a Yankee. What's good, Heat and Iron? Where am I? Why did I go live again? I forgot. What's good, Bear G? What's good, Graham? New here. Where you from, Graham? Let me guess. The U.S. of A. I can't think of anyone named Graham who's not either. Are you Graham Platner? Yo, Graham. Yo. Are you Graham Platner? Yeah. Nah. The Yankees are worse than Zios, yeah. Some of them are not Zios. They don't even know what it is. Oh, FD versus BE. Okay, let me finish that one. I only watch halfway. Right? What's this guy's name? Noah Samson. Also, Noah Samson also talked about talk with clavicular, not clavicular. Holy shit! What's his name? Tabernacle. Just Pulido. No, I don't have. I think today is my off day. What was day? Is it Thursday? Today is the second day of Eid. It's the second day of Eid. Eidul Adha. Eidul Adha. Today is the second day of Eid. So it's my off day. I might have just small stuff to do at work. So it's my off day. Unofficial. All right, so let me just finish this video.
Myself and FD Signifier, and then myself.
What's good, Jerry Byrne? What's good, yo? My name Happy. Polish. I can't go back into the start, but what happened was they were supposed to discuss certain things, okay? Here's what happened with BE and FD. FD Signifier does not believe in Jewish supremacism. FD Signifier believes in Zionist supremacism. BE believes in Jewish supremacism because in the Jewish books, in the books that the Jewish people read, it is stated explicitly that Goy is nothing but slaves. We are Goys, by the way, most of us. That Goy is nothing but slaves to the Jewish people. And also, Bat Empanada might argue that most Jewish people are Zionists. And this is true. Most of them are. Right? Supporting Palestine does not make you not a Zionist. A lot of Zionists support Palestine. FD Signifier is one of them. Right? You can say you're pro-Palestine while being a Zionist. Anyone who believes in the two-state solution, anyone who believes in the two-state... Wait, Sunset, you said Zionist. BE is saying Jewish supremacism. See, there's a difference. Because Zios don't need to be Jewish. See, anyone can be a Zio. You could be a Zio. So practically, so they were supposed to discuss that. That's what Bad Empanada was starting with. And FD just straight up, when you're a racist, you're a Nazi. Okay, because you know why? Because he can't argue it. He's wrong. Because once he argues Jewish supremacism, he's going to end up being wrong, and he can't be wrong because he is funded by by Zionists. So he can't be wrong in this. He has to distract. And also another thing they were arguing about was, I forgot actually. I forgot. Afobarlo. Dark Woke is the cringiest name. Cringiest. You spelled it wrong, fucking idiot. Too old for the witch. You can't prove this. Too old for the witch. Man with long vagina bush. Cav doesn't receive as much anger, but he still does get weirdos going after him for similar reasons. He the trash discourse debacle. What the fuck? Cavernacle? I don't even like Cavernacle, by the way. I really don't like. It's the face. You know how sometimes you just don't like someone's face, right? Afro Barlow. Oh, I support. What are you, a fucking edgy white boy? Shut the fuck up. O2 Grimy. FD is Chilean. The fucking Nazis. Chilean people. Chilean. There's a lot of Nazis in Chile. Fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up. Ray, I don't like Tabernacle either. I don't know what it is. I don't like his face. Yeah. I don't like his face. Password. Caver's personality is so mild and still getting hate is insane. Jingoism off the charts. What the fuck is jingoism? Graham, vaguely beige versus IDF signifier. All right, so look, it's not that deep. What happens is the FD signifier is sponsored by Nebula. He's a Nebula leftist, so he can't lose any debate, which puts Jewish people in a bad light. So he distracted. Look, I'm always right about these things. Like, I'll be real. Things can be explained simply. I'm always right about these things. A lot of things can be explained simply. The motherfucker is literally sponsored by Nebula. He's a Nebula leftist. So, you get me? So he can't fail any debates about Jewish people. And he knows, he doesn't even know what Goy is, people. He doesn't know what Zog is. He doesn't know what Goy is. He just knows is a term, I guess, used by Nazis. Right? Is it even, okay, let's argue this, right? Let's argue this. Let's talk about this, right? 15. Give me a minute here. I need to type something, some shit. Look, if for example, let me just check. Let's check it together. The origin of the slur Zog. It is a white supremacist and neo-Nazi conspiracy theory. So it was coined by an American neo-Nazi, Eric Thompson. Okay. Zog is a term coined by Eric Thompson, an American neo-Nazi activist. Goy, as you know, is a Jewish term. I mean, for non. Let me just double check the origin of the term Goy. Okay. The term Goyim originated from biblical Hebrew. Okay, that's where it originated. You can't say Goy is Nazi. if you're yeah, but Goy slave, maybe Goy slave. Let me check. Goy slave. Okay, Goy slave is recent. So yeah, Goy slave is irrelevant. Okay. Goyim. is from Hebrew, okay? Zog is from a neo-Nazi, right? A neo-Nazi activist. Right. So we've established this, right? And people like what's his name? What's good, JC? What's good, Mitsinagi? Okay, now that we've established Zog and Goy, right? So people like FD Signifier and his supporters, the reason they accuse BE and his followers, including some of you, they accuse BE and his followers, including some of you, of being Nazis because you're using Nazi terms, right? Well, there's only one Nazi term here, which is Zog, right? That's one of the reasons, because it was coined by a Nazi, right? Well, anti-Semitism was coined by the fucking grandfather of the Nazis. Anti-Semitism. It's not a real thing. It's not based on DNA. It's not based on science. Anti-Semitism is just based on vibes. It's just because this German asshole who liked the Yankees, inspired the Nazis, influenced the Nazis. The Nazis co-opted this term from a fucking German racist. Anti-Semitism. It doesn't mean anything. He just pulled it out of his ass. Right? So it's FD Signifier a fucking Nazi now? Is he a racist? If this is the metric used by FD Signifier and his fans to accuse BE and his fans of being Nazis, is FD Signifier now a Nazi? Because he used anti-Semitism on a bunch of fucking cartoons. Holy fuck, people. Where's the logic? The origin of the word does not make the word. Words can change. Words can change context. Such as the N-word. Right? The N-word is I think it's a Spanish word, right? The fucking crackers took it, turned it into a slur. And then the black people took it back. Right? To take back the power. Is FD Signifier a Nazi? He's not even a Nazi. He's a proto-Nazi. He is the motherfucker who influenced the Nazi, whose concepts were co-opted by the Nazis. This motherfucker is a proto-Nazi. Same with the US of A, by the way. The USA is also a proto-Nazi nation, right? So, is he a racist? Right? For accusing a cartoon of being anti-Semitic, right? Where is this thumbnail? I gotta find it. See, he said this needed an anti-Semitism again. Anti-Semitism is a term coined by the proto-Nazi. Is FD Signifier a Nazi now? He's not, right? That does not make a Nazi. Right? Use your fucking brain. LS Damorino was good. It's literally how everyone says. Yeah, exactly. Remember when Suarez, Luis Suarez. I have no doubts that Luis Suarez is probably a racist anyway. Luis, because he's Uruguayan. He's a Uruguayan, right? Uruguay. He's from Uruguay, right? When he called Patrice Evra Negrita, right? That's a common term used in his country, I guess. And then it became a racism issue, right? Is he a racist for saying that? They use it all the time anyway, because it's their fucking language. The crackers took it. So language, that's not how language works. You can't say the origin of a language dictates what the language is. Even symbols, right? You can't say the swastika is Nazi and racist because the origin of the swastika is still used all around the world by Hindus. So the swastika is not Nazi to Hindus. It's the swastika. The Nazi one is the inverted swastika. This is why Yankees, right? They come to my country, they see the swastika, they get weird about it. Holy fuck, Yankees. How the fuck am I stupid and you're dumber than me? Make it make sense. Yankees come to my country, they see a Hindu temple, they see a swastika, they get weird about it. Right? They don't know that the inverted swastika is the one used by the Nazis. This is not how things work. You got to address everything by context. Right? You can't just call people Nazi for using a Nazi word when you use Nazi words, like anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism does not exist. A German motherfucker invented it. The German motherfucker who influenced the Nazis. Holy shit, Yankees, make it make sense. Holy fuck. These motherfuckers make no sense. Anyway, Ray, Bunker Cat chat is full of annoying women. Yeah, I told you this man with long last name is Vagina Bush. It's Vagina Bush who says stuff like annoying women. Nobody else say that shit. Mitsinagi, I'm going to bring up anti-white racism from now on to win arguments. That's what I've been doing. Marcos, FD should have just rolled his eyes and move on. Not pick a fight with Bad Empanada who wants genocide to end. FD don't give a shit about the genocide, okay? Listen to me. I'm always right about this thing. I'm always right about this shit. He don't give a shit about Palestine. He don't give a shit about the genocide. He don't give a shit, people. Trust me, papi. Source, trust me, papi. Oh, my bad. I got YouTube on. See, yeah, so that's it. Also, another point they made is I forgot, okay? They have another reason to accuse Bad Empanada of being a racist. I forgot what it was. Oh, shit. There's this one guy who's a FD defender, Uma Palma. Let me check out this guy. This guy who makes Ethan Klein content. I don't know, man. Let me see if I can find another reason they're calling Bad Empanada Nazi. Oh, too grimy. Exactly. America inspired Nazism. I have a video about this, okay? Don't worry about it. I try to cover every Yankee slander. I try to cover. I got a video about it, grimy. It's called How America Wrote the Nazi Playbook, okay? Yankee. I got a video about it. How America Wrote the Nazi Playbook. They are literally mentioned in Mein Kampf. Heidi, isn't FD weaponizing the word? Yes, he is. On a cartoon. JC, it's like how every time a white colonizer misunderstands the word for kafirun. Wait, what? Really? This is a thing? It's ironic because kafir is white. I lie? Kafir is white. Kafirun. Strawberry Cushy. FD just like, well, the whole world is America. Yeah, this is the problem with Yankoids. Yankubians. That's the problem with Yankubians. They think their little bubble is how the whole world thinks. And then someone like Bad Empanada burst that bubble, right? And that's the only how do I say this? Their window to the global south is Bad Empanada. So anyone in the global south at all that has global south opinions, hey, you're a Bad Empanada supporter. You're a bad empanada. This is how they ended up talking shit to a literal Palestinian called Salin, who was actually, he was like, who the fuck is you? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're a Bad Empanada groiper. Salin is a fucking Palestinian who Hassan Piquer started a beef with Salin, and he's a Palestinian who's been in IDF prison. This is how they ended up talking shit to Palestinians, people. Just because a Palestinian motherfucker had global South opinions, anti-imperialist opinions. They don't have any other window to the global South other than Bad Empanada. That's the only reference. Marcos, BE was a very specific acronym which independently is not referencing to an ethnicity, it's referencing to Zayo. Oh, this was the other argument. The other argument between BE and FD was about whether Zionism, they were supposed to discuss whether Zionism is in control of the US, which I think BE is on the side, which I also believe in, that Zios aren't in control of the US. This is the reality. The US needs Israel as its proxy. This is what I also believe in as a, you get me? A lot of liberals and not liberals, my bad. A lot of leftists believe that Zios are in charge of the US government and right-wingers. And the reason they believe this is because they are America first. A lot of these leftists and right-wingers are America first. They want to wash their hands off of Israel. This is the narrative. In 2026, this is the narrative. We're gonna decouple from Israel. So they are anti-Zio, and they want people to believe that Zios are in control of their government, so they can wash their hands off of Israel. When we know, as the global South, we know the problem is not Israel. Israel is a symptom. The problem is the US surveyor. And these leftists and right-wingers are America first. Prove me wrong. Hassan Piquer, America first. Tucker Carlson, America first. Bernie Sanders, America first. AOC, America first. Even Ilhan Omar, America first. Who else? Noah Sampson, no, maybe Noah Sampson is fine. Kyle Kulinski, America first. Mike from PA, America first. Mamdani, America first. They want to make America a better place. That's my enemy. If you want to make America rock, flag, and eagle. If you want to make rock, flag, and eagle a better place, better, cutter, you are my enemy, my friend. Mamdani want to give these motherfuckers free buses. Why, though? Do you want to reward the people who vote for genociders? This is the narrative. This is the narrative that people like FD believe in. Because they want to decouple. Even Zios probably want to decouple from Israel at this point. Right? Sunset. If FD gave a shit, he would talk about Gaza outside of the context being called out. Exactly. He don't give a shit. JC, FD gives a shit about his bag. And this, he has been caught explicitly saying this. He has been caught explicitly saying this.
So we got to figure out what our actual end game is. What does it look like, right? If we say 2 states is the answer, and I'm not saying it's not, I don't think it is, but let's say it is, then we have to figure out what that actually looks like. And we also have to be honest about the fact that Israel doesn't want that. You know,
that much has been apparent to me from just a cursory, again, just doing my Googles. It's like, this is clearly like the 2-state thing sounds great.
Yeah.
I've never known oppressors to give up their power like that.
Doing my Googles is crazy. Bro. I thought this motherfucker was born, grew up Muslim. I grew up Muslim, bro. Palestine is in your blood the moment you were born, people. Doing my Googles. Palestine is on the news all the time. The photo of the kid throwing the rock at the tanks. Right?
That's Freire. I briefly talked about it. These platforms are crafted to manufacture a lot of nonsense in the name of spreading nonsense, or even when it's not nonsense, it becomes almost marginalized for its capacity to do well. And then if you do too well, you know what happens to your channel? What happens to your spot on MSNBC? You know what I'm saying? What happens? You know, I talk about the algorithms a lot, and you know they don't control the algorithm, but the algorithm definitely has some levers connected to it. You know what I'm saying? And so the line I think Illuminati said in her video of, if I say the wrong thing here, or even if I say the right thing here, it removes my capacity. It may, especially with this particular issue, may remove my capacity to say anything else. Let alone that's how I feed my children, right?
Holy shit, people. He's an academic, so he does not get to the point. Right? You know what he's trying to say. That he doesn't want to do Palestine content. It will destroy his algorithm as a YouTuber. Right? This is why. Look, you know what he's trying to say. He's an academic. Academics don't talk straight, because academics have been taught to just to sound all knowing. Academics can't say I don't know. If they don't know, they got to make something up. Yeah, he just can't do Palestine content because it fucks with his algorithm. Right? Let me see what y'all have been saying. JC loves her kafir. Is that a slur for white boy? Miss Sinagi, what's good? American socialism ends. Imperialism is the fallacy of the American left. Too old for the wish. I'm a third worldist. I'm a Russian bot. Imagine Russian bot used to be an insult. Sunset, the closest thing to someone from the global south they can speak to is a dude from Australia. Like I love, they ended up talking shit to a Palestinian, so make it make sense. LS Damarino, we were just taking back the words goy. Are you a BE orbiter? Zog and goy slave, not mincing words. You can't, it's like, when the white people were enslaving the black people, right? During the time of, what's his face? During the time of slavery, someone is like, you're fucking honky. And then you got FD signifier going, honky, are you, what are you, racist? That's what's happening here. You saw fucking Israel mass murder Palestinians, and then some motherfuckers want to use slur on these Israelis, and FD signifier is like, yo, you're a Nazi, you're racist. Right? Motherfucker is defending white crackers during the day of slavery. Hey, you can't say honky. That's racist. Oh, that's racist. Right? You can't say honky to my fellow crackers. You can't say that. It's crazy. So yeah, should I even watch the rest of the? No, probably not, right? Sunset. Zionism benefits America. Exactly. Right? Exactly. Miku, bad amplinator. Comrade, the US is the primary tumor. DPRK and Iran are the oncologists. Yeah, and then they want to they want to ask me, what are you doing? Well, my country is helping Iran. I don't have any. I mean, my country is not perfect, but at least we don't consider Iran evil. We helped Iran in the 80s, right? In the 80s, when the US was really strangling Iran, we helped them. As fucked up as my country is, as capitalist as my country is, we don't take sides. Sometimes we serve the US because the reason we serve the US is because if we don't serve the US, we are fucked, my friend. We would become North Korea. Right? We would need nuclear. So we don't have that capacity. We don't have that ability yet to defend ourselves. So we serve the US, but we also serve others, especially Asian countries. When Vietnam was attacked, we took in Vietnamese refugees. Even if reluctantly, we do it anyway. The same with in Myanmar, in Burma, where the Rohingyans were genocided, right? By the Buddhists, by the way, Sunset. Right? By the Buddhists. Joe Rogan, pay attention. Right? All the white boys that want to be Buddhists, pay attention. Oh, Buddhism is so... Guys, isn't Buddhism so peaceful and calm? I'm a Buddhist myself. Nah, fuck out of here. The Rohingyans were genocided by the Buddhists, and we take in Rohingyan refugees. We treat them like shit because they're black. Let's be for real, because of skin color. We are racist, but we do it anyway, and we help Iran. We help Iran to trade with China when they're under sanctions. So don't ask me what I'm doing, right? I'm not the one with a government with 800 foreign military bases. The government that has mass murdered millions and millions and millions of people. I'm not the one. Don't worry about me. This ain't about me. I'm nothing, people. Vagina Bush, what's going to happen to Hitler if she speaks out against Israel? Israel, you love Israel. There are no consequences. It's all about her feelings. Exactly. Manufacturing nonsense. Just Pulido, he can't argue on substance, so he resorts. Yeah, that's it. If he start arguing with Bad Empanator, he will lose. So he doesn't even try. Right? He resorts immediately to personal insults. Misinagi, average job as Yankee is not to give a shit about what happens to Israel-Palestine. We are to decouple. No weapons, no funding, no nothing. Yankees talking about one state, two state, it's really a waste of time. Exactly. But you're not going to decouple because you need Israel. Right? These fucking Arabs, these Arab countries, these Sunni Arab countries, they can't be trusted. They will betray you. They betray themselves. They wanted to kill the prophet. Yeah. Who wanted to kill the prophets? The Arabs. Not me, not the Malays, the brown people, no. Not us, not the Chinese. It wasn't the Chinesers that wanted to kill the prophet. It was the Arabs. Right? They don't give a shit. They don't have any loyalty to you. The Zios will have a loyalty to you because your government is full of Zios. Fucking Netanyahu is from Brooklyn, right? And Poland. Same thing. European Yankees, same ass thing. Right? Sunset, why I get banned saying it? What do you I didn't ban you, Sunset. I don't know who banned you, okay? There's no a server that has no rules. You're in an anarchic server, Sunset. My server is an anarchic server. I hate anarchists, but the server is anarchic. Right? You see how chaotic and fucked up the server is? That's a model of anarchy. Right? And even then, we do have some rules, right? Imagine what happens in an actual anarchy. Jess Pulido, exactly. Soul Life, you're a white boy. Wait, you're half Lao, right? Yeah, you're a Barwa, Soul Life. You wanted to be a white boy. I ran away from home as a teen to become a monk. Kate from Canada helps refugees but also sends money to the oppressors. Well, Canada, you made me say Canada. Holy shit, you made me say the C word. You made me say a slur, You're just Northern Yank. Yo, all these white boys. What the fuck is dark woke? Who gives a shit, people? I don't know what it means. It doesn't mean anything. Sometimes people use titles to just gain attention. See, I got your attention, fucking F word. This fucking gay ass Ian Hartman. Nah, he's too pussy. He's too pussy to join Discord. He's too pussy. Fucking pussy. Pussy. Ian Hartman is a fucking pussy. He won't join Discord. Anyway, where were we? Alright, let's forget this FD signifier shit. Fuck out of here. So dumb, people. Holy shit. Is FD signifier a Nazi? Right? How about that? A title for a clip video. Right? Sunset. The Discord is run by the ADL, the anarchist DL. Down low. Yeah, it is run by, that's my organization, Anarchist Down Low. I'm low-key an anarchist. Low-key anarchist. Anarchist Down Low. Kate from First join of the day. Finally, this motherfucker starts. Finally, this motherfucker smokes a joint. Right? Finally. Now we can have some fun. Now we can have some peace. Heidi, Candace Owens. Miku if you're nasty. Oh my god, you're DL. I'm DTF. I'm down to farm. I'm down to farm. That's why I use dark woke. I don't even know what it means. People call Kyle Kulinski dark woke. People call Kyle Kulinski a fucking Democrat. Dark woke. What does it even mean? What does it even mean? I'm DTF. I'm down to farm. What the fuck is this mother? It's why Massey lost. I don't. Who the fuck is Massey? Yo, Yankees. Who the fuck is Massey? People don't just understand Yankee references. Right? I used to be alumni back in the tri-state when I was in Ohio, fucking tri-state, Oklahoma, Dakota. When I used to be a football player, play the basketball, I used to play basketball by the tri-state, by the tri-state Macy. I used to vote for Macy. Holy fuck, Yankees. Nobody understands your shit. Pussy. What's good, 7th Street? Yankee, Tennessee. Football. Wait, okay, where were we? Holy shit. Okay, let's watch the Tabernacle shit. Tabernacle, and Noah Samson.
So today we're going to be talking about why the...
Oh, man. the accent.
The American left.
All right, alert. Send an alert to Mary Jane MJL. Limey accent incoming. Oh, is there no video? Oh, there's a video.
Better veterans like Graham Plattner, for example. And I actually spoke about this on Saturday with Noah Sampson. He is hosting a marathon live stream session across multiple days. You might have seen it, where he's trying to raise money for his legal defense fund against a defamation suit from Ethan Klein. I'll link the fundraiser down in the description. So if you guys want to go check that out and maybe read up about what this lawsuit's about and maybe give to Noah's defense fund. But he had me on specifically so we could talk about the Graham Plattner left, and generally we just talk about electoral politics in the left in terms of left-wing media figures who we like, which isn't a hate stream. We like people like Hassan generally, and maybe the Majority Report as well. We talk about how they have
Bro, I could do Hassan, but Majority Report, really? Holy shit, that's the worst one. Majority Report is the worst one. Is the worst.
Participated in whitewashing the reputation of Graham Plattner. And is this cynical? Is it just about trying to get someone in power they think will do good? Or are they genuinely naive? That's what me and Noah talk about. I was the last guest on Noah's stream, which was very late his time. He was actually sleeping just before we went on because he had a full day of streaming. So just for context, appreciate him giving me his platform, and it was good to talk to an American about this as well, because lots of people say I need to get the American perspective. And yeah, enjoy the video.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the Graham Plattner left?
The Graham Plattner left, yes, that's why I brought you on.
So Americans say Graham. Is that how they say it?
Is it Graham?
Graham?
So in the UK, so there's that cereal. It's like Graham crackers.
Graham. Yeah, Graham.
It's like graham crackers.
Yeah,
so
we say Graham Plattner.
So we pronounce it differently, which I don't know where that comes from. It's probably like a mix of immigrant accents.
This is the one. Look at, I hate these faces. I don't know what it is. Can you guys tell me? Do you guys hate these faces? I hate their faces. Sometimes you just don't like people based on face. Right? It happens. What's good, Boku? Fucking Russian over here. Right? I'm gonna need something to get me through this. It's the faces, people. Heidi, why? See, Heidi, you don't understand, okay? Right? You're white. You're white. Some white boys, the faces, oh man. I don't know what it is. Physiogony maxing. Comrade N, both of them are very Yankoid. Yeah. Wait, what did someone say something about Cavernacle? Just Pulido. I want to like Cavernacle, but everything he talks about is so unimportant, trivial, and a distraction from tangible material reality. Kinda true? Kate from Da. Sometimes people look. Wait, let me do a Yankee accent. Sometimes people look like someone else that pissed me off and you get all weirded. No, that's true. Let's say you were bullied by someone who looks like a pig when you were young, and then when you see someone else who looks like a pig, big up HDMI cable for the follow. Yo. Big up HDMI cable. My HDMI cable follows me. I have 100 HDMI cables in the cabinet. I don't know why. I just have them. Just in case I need one. And I never need one because HDMI cables last quite a long time. So big up HDMI cables. Password. Don't worry, Cav. Oh, Cav. Yo, password. Is it your friend? Cav. Hey, Cav. What are you up to in the weekend? What are you doing on the weekend, Cav? Do you want to come to Cyprus? Cav goes all in on Plattner's ass. You'll change your mind after watching. But sis, it's like 1 hour.
Yeah, the Graham Plattner left. I want to talk about this because, I'm just absolutely it's one of those things. And okay, if anyone follows me on Twitter here, you know I like trolling people about it, but I am being sincere in some ways. I literally cannot believe how much people don't give a shit about what this guy did. Like, it's actually breaking my brain to argue with people all the time about this in terms of, and I want to talk to you about this in terms of, if you don't mind, I want to ask you questions and we can talk about it from this point of view. So for people in the chat who don't know, and I'll just explain it quick. So Graham Plattner obviously is running for the Senate. He's got the Democratic nomination now. So he might be a senator. And basically what happened is this guy, he got kind of popular in left-wing circles because he'd been on the Majority Report as like a caller before. And they were like the people who picked him up like really early of like, oh, this guy's running the Senate and he's an humble oyster farmer. He represents the working class. And basically what's happened is a guy who is an upper class career soldier and mercenary who owned an oyster farm. Like, he's not like an oyster fisherman or whatever. He's been completely mischaracterized. Yeah, he's been completely mischaracterized by the online left as some sort of like I mean, I think you guys read Born on the 4th of July in school, don't you? Like the book.
You know why, right? Because these fucking nerds, they've never had like a cool friend. They've never had like a friend who used to be a commando or like whatever, or someone in a biker gang, biker gang, right? So once they you know, they've never had a friend who used to be a commando or whatever the fuck. So they're fascinated. They're fascinated by a motherfucker that kills global Southerners, right? They're fascinated. Fuck out of here. These fucking nerds. Nerd. A humble oyster farmer. They think he's working class. Who gives a shit, people? Right?
About the anti-war veteran Ron Kovic.
Ron Kovic, I haven't read that.
Okay, just for context as well for the chat as well. So Ron Kovic, played by Tom Cruise in Born on the 4th of July's Oliver Stone film, but it's based on his book. He was a veteran who writes in his book how much he was brainwashed into being an American exceptionalist, and that's why he went to the Vietnam War. He comes back from the Vietnam War disabled. He can't walk anymore, and he gets treated terribly by the Veterans Hospital. And then he becomes this anti-war protester who was even leading protests against the Iraq War. So this is like the archetype of a veteran who goes in with good intentions, becomes disillusioned through combat, and then dedicates his life to something more positive. Graham Plattner is literally not that, but that is how he's being characterized by leftist media. Like, he is a guy who just got caught up in the military, came out and became some sort of anti-war crusader. And it's such bullshit in terms of, I can talk about this a bit later of why it's bullshit, but in terms of his Reddit account comes out, he obviously has a Nazi tattoo. I mean, I'm not even getting too hung up on that point because I do think it's bad, but there's so much other shit he's done. And then on his Reddit account, he posted a lot about enjoying.
Yeah, Nazi tattoo, like I always say, it's like an alligator with a otter tattoo. It's like a killer whale with a tilapia tattoo. The Nazi tattoo ain't shit, but the Nazi tattoo was the red line for the Yankees. Imagine that, right? The Nazi tattoo was the red line for a lot of Yankees, not the mass murder of Iraqis or Afghans. Atkalim Kemtab. Atkalim Kemtab. He's from Majority Report. It makes sense. Yes, libs. Fucking libs. Mitsunagi, the Blackwater sticker wasn't a red flag. Like, those things weren't a red flag for the Yankees. It was the Nazi tattoo, people. Because Yankees decouple from Nazis, right? They even though they inspired Hitler and the Nazis, even though they behave worse than the Nazis, even though they absorbed the Nazis, right? They decouple, just like what they're trying to do with Israel. Miku, if you're nasty, your echolalia brain is worse than mine today. I don't have echolalia, okay? The reason I like to repeat words is because I like to help people, right? I know some people have echolalia, ADHD, autism, but I like to help people. I don't do any of this at all. Generally, it's not me, it's you, right? I'm not the flawed one here. It's you. I'm helping you. Soul Life Bunker Cat made it to. What is MSM, by the way? Miku, no, I'm not. Password. That's another one. This guy is so problematic. There's a lot of things people end up ignoring. What gets me the most about Platner? Why the fuck does nobody ask what he did at Abu Ghraib? The prison known for being a nightmare torture prison. Nobody has ever asked him. What's good, Radish Fest? Mainstream media. Oh, okay. Yeah, by the way, this is not a Dracula accent. The Dracula accent is just a Russian accent. Because Russians are evil. So yeah, so everybody deemed as evil has a Russian accent. Russian accent. Okay?
Enjoying combat, enjoying the Iraq War, wanting, like, he literally wrote on Reddit in 2010, I can't wait to go to Afghanistan. And then he went to Afghanistan. Then he becomes a Blackwater mercenary. And he's 34, 35 when he finishes all of this. So I think he's 42 now. So that's from the ages of 18 to 35. He went to Iraq and Afghanistan like 5 times, non-stop, and then comes out of that and has a bit of like
Just Pulido, isn't Romania just part of Russia?
Infatuation with maybe socialist violence, because he joins the Socialist Rifle Association. This is like 5 years ago. And then in like 2024, he tries to get into politics, right? So the context of him being a career mercenary versus the context of him...
Nah. Holy fuck, people. Stop saying some random shit. Boku, I met a girl at Transylvania at the airport once. She sounded 100% like Dracula, but she was in the sun. Yo. Nah. Too old for the witch. He was refused the last time, maybe because of his... I think he couldn't become... He couldn't do it anymore because he did it for far too long. Right? Ian Hartman, what the fuck is Euphoria? What is this gay ass Yankubian references? What the fuck is Euphoria? Lagging games. Romanian language is closer to Italian. JC is fake Romanian BC. Fake Romanian.
Being portrayed as some sort of anti-war, working class person who was caught up in the system, who never hurt anyone. It's just like completely at odds with each other. But what I want to ask you, as someone who obviously, you know, you are like fully American, like you were born in America, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were raised in America.
Holy shit.
Okay, so if you want to tell me from your perspective, like, especially as someone who's a leftist as well, how deep is the military indoctrination, like, throughout your life, that you could be a leftist and not be horrified by what this guy has done? Can you like explain to me like how US, like general society, like how is there so many leftists right now not seeing what this guy did as bad?
I can speak for myself personally because I have, like, as I told you, quite a few issues with Plattner. But when I think about seeing military brainwashing around me in America, it's, for the longest time, it's just completely unchallenged.
Yeah, of course Bear G knows what Euphoria is, right? I'm aware of Euphoria. I just avoid watching it. Miku, if you're nasty, Ian probably loves Euphoria for the sexualized teen. Yeah, Ian is probably a PDF file. He's a fucking Yankee. Ian is a Yankee. Now, this is interesting. Let's see the point of view of a Yankee.
And ubiquitous in terms of we view troops as having sacrificed. Even liberals view troops as having sacrificed for the greater good. Coming home, the focus is entirely on the needs of the veterans to get, you know, health care and benefits. And when it comes to there's just no moral question whatsoever. Maybe an illustrative example from something recently. I have a friend who I recently found out does IT systems for naval ships in San Diego. And he's not in the military, but he's a subcontractor. He's a contractor. And I found this out right around the time that girls' school in Iran had been bombed, and it was destroyed with a Tomahawk missile, which was fired from a U.S. naval ship that had, I think, come from San Diego, or it was come from somewhere around where he could have been working on. And I kind of had to confront him and be like, so you know about this? Do you, or like, does anyone that's a part of what you guys are doing, like, think about the morality of that, or like the about what happened and your potential role in it? And it was just, mean, it was no. Obviously, it was like this didn't. It was like I'm the first person to have asked him this question, and that's I guess maybe a more active role. That's someone that's directly a part of it and still not even thinking about it, and so maybe subject to more pressures. But like from a voter's perspective, like when people make the argument that the average American is going to see it as a benefit if someone's a veteran, they're going to see it as like a, yeah, I guess they sacrifice for us, even if they are, like a platinum. I don't know. It's not really people. The left seems to view that as like a mass appeal, broad appeal sort of character trait. Like he's a veteran. Americans generally really fuck with the military, even if they're not pro-war. They still fuck with like veterans' rights and stuff because they know, I don't know how they're portrayed in media and movies. And I guess in the context of like the Vietnam War or something where there was a large effort from within America to, try and protest it, given that it was direct relatives of so many people. But like now, I mean, seeing what's happening with Flatner it is a little bit insane because it's like the left media people you would expect to be challenging him on this history are just totally willing to overlook it. Is it? I don't really have an answer to your question other than I guess.
So BE was right. Didn't BE say, Noah Samsen does have contradictions with the left wing in the US, but he doesn't want to talk about it. He's not going to make videos about why until he's confronted by Cavernacle, right? So BE was right. I don't mean to be I don't mean to be a BE dick licker, but he was right about that. Noah Samsen tried to deny it. Boku, I love the OG Skins. Oh, Skins. I think I watched that when I was young, I guess. Too old for the wish. Big loser, imperial passive voice. Yo, Unc, you wildin' passive voice. Yeah, this whatever he's explaining about the Yankees is just wrong. Right? It's just wrong. Mike Ecker, being a veteran in the USA does not disqualify. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, Sunset, shut the fuck up. Okay, I don't mean to be a BE dick licker, a BE signifier, but he was right about that. He's not right about Ukraine, though. Right, Sunset? He's not right about Ukraine. Right? Password. BE is always right, but he's sarcasm. He's not right about Ukraine. Right? Yeah, start worshiping white people. He's wrong about Ukraine. He's wrong about a lot of shit. BE. You motherfuckers just don't listen to him. He was probably wrong about Venezuela back in the day. He was talking shit about Maduro. He doesn't like Russia. He doesn't like Russia, BE. Big up Boku SF. Big up Boku SF. Right? Yeah, now like in games, right? For a long time, he was anti-Russia. Now he wants to change his when everything is obvious. That's some FD signifier shit. But he does not like Russia. I can feel it. But he was right about this. Noah Samsen tried to deny it. Right? Noah Samsen tried to deny it.
Electability, like a some kind of a benefit to the to the appeal of a working class like aesthetic leftist without looking too deep into what actually happened. You can just kind of drop them in the
password. I watch his Ukraine videos and his takes are more nuanced. He's on the side. Being on the side of Ukraine is already an L. It's already a massive L. Because Ukraine is not even that small. Small country being invaded. But Israel is a small country. So that's a crazy. I don't think it's turning into a fascist state. If Ukraine was already a fascist state, that was the reason Russia had to intervene. Ukraine is already a fascist state. They're trying to get rid of Russia. Ukraine was trying to get rid of Russians, Russian language, Russian monuments. It's ethnic cleansing. They were already fascist. Ukraine has always been fascist ever since they were, how do you say it? Ever since they were toppled. Ever since the NATO and the US installed their people in Ukraine, right? That's when Ukraine just became an Israel. And the US and NATO have always used Ukraine as like a dog, just like Israel. Right? So yeah, Ukraine did not become fascist. Ukraine have been fascist since maybe the 80s. I don't know. Okay, I'm not a historian. They've been fascists. They've been ethno-nationalists since forever, like maybe the 80s. Right? So yeah, BE, I think, just hates Russia. He just hates Russia. I don't know why. Maybe a Russian lady denied him. I don't know. Vagina Bush, if you're a real person, you'll join the Discord so you can heckle all of us whenever you want and go in VC to prove you're a real person. Yeah, I need Boku to join the fucking Discord. This motherfucker is a black Russian. He's literally an alcoholic drink. An alcoholic drink. I love how we did not use fascist in any way, shape, or form. And Ian Hartman, who has schizophrenia, calling others fascist constantly is a Jewish. Who the fuck is calling who fascist? I did not use fascist once until I read your fucking chat. Right? Bear G, I think he is just not immune to Western propaganda. I don't know. I don't want to think too deep about this. Kate from I feel like BE is asexual. I do get that vibe. And we have never seen his torso, so yeah. Boku. Nothing personal. I just do. I want to know what your accent sound like, homie. Oh, that's a white Russian. Yeah, he's white Russian is milk and alcohol, right? Black Russian is JC. Ian thinks I think you have an above room temperature IQ. IQ is fuckeries. IQ is racist. People who say low IQ is a fucking, probably a fucking racist. Boku, no accent. I'm Turgeon Bay Area. Yeah, you have an accent, cutter. You have an accent, cutter. Right? Town business. Coconut yapers. Black Russian is cola. Fam came here from Ukraine in the 1910s. Yeah, you're a black Soviet. Boku Grant. Why are you dishing out your Yankee family history? If you're black, you're black, right? Motherfuckers see you and they probably just think you came from the Bronx. Jess Pulido, Americans never think they have an accent. Exactly. We are the ones without accent. Right? We don't have an accent. You have an accent, Americans. Boku, I'm IT, I'm fine. What the fuck? You're information technology? Anyway, we gotta get through this.
In the archetype, in the character, and that seems to work. And I don't know. I mean, the way I see, like, I just think the average American doesn't care and is going to think you're a little crazy if you tell them like they know war is bad and stuff, and most people don't agree with the Iraq War. But if you tell them your uncle went there and killed people, they're like, he was just doing his duty. And it's still like that for most of the country, it feels like, which is, in contrast with something like, I don't know, people's views on a current conflict or on Israel, people are aware of how like morally and materially fucked up these things are. But when it comes to military service, that's just not a part of it.
So a couple things. I obviously take your point. Like, for example, if you're looking at it in terms of just politics on its own, do people in the main Senate race prefer a veteran? Okay, whatever. But that's the thing that I don't understand as well. It's gone so beyond, this is the lesser of two evils. Like, get this guy in because the other person's so bad. It's gone so beyond that, where like I saw Emma Vigilant, she was saying Plattner should be president. And also, most presidents are senators. So you're not just getting people like, oh, it's just Maine. You care about Maine so much. Like, why do you give a shit about Maine? It's not about that. It's he becomes a senator. He's set up for the next 40 years for a pretty juicy political career, especially if people like him. And it's like, you're playing this role in propagandizing him. And also, what I don't understand is he doesn't have a political record beyond serving in the military. It's like he does not have that political record. It's like Zoran Mamdani. I just saw a tweet randomly the other day of some account. It just came up for like 2021. Someone talking about him on left-wing media. He has that track record because he was in the New York Assembly. So even if you have problems with him or whatever, like problems with him being a Nepo, he has that record of being good politically, and he's proven it. Like, I don't agree with everything he's done since he's become mayor, but it's like, I understand why people trust him. With Graham Plattner, it's like, he hasn't done anything. And how do you...
All he likes is killing. That's all we know about him.
All he likes is killing. And what I don't understand is like, since when do leftists not care about someone's character? So, like I said, if he was Ron Kovic, like a Ron Kovic-like figure, someone who was not drafted, because that doesn't happen really, but if he volunteered to the Iraq War and even did 2 tours or whatever, Ron Kovic did 2 tours of Vietnam, and then he comes out disillusioned at like 20 years old, that is so different to what he is. Like, so different. Because people, when I criticize him, I saw this the other day. Someone actually tweeted this to me, like, "Oh, are people? You know, he went into the military and got disillusioned." He didn't get disillusioned. He joined Blackwater in 2018. I was making YouTube videos about why Iraq was bad in like 2018. It's like, this is no excuse. This is no excuse. He was 34 years old, and this is why I find it so gross. And this is another question I want to ask you, right? So, like you were saying, you know someone who works as a subcontractor, and that Iran stuff happened. If you said to someone,
Boku, there is a difference between being fooled into service by a big strong state as an 18-year-old or even this guy chose, right? Look, even his military shit, he had the option to just go to school. His parents had money. They wanted him to go to school. He said, I wanted to kill people. He wanted to shoot people. Boku, my issue is my issue is all of it, right? He chose to go to Iraq 4 times, multiple times. Every motherfucker who has been in the military, in the U.S. military, is my enemy. I don't give a shit. Every motherfucker in the U.S. military is my enemy, right? Do you guys do mental gymnastics about Nazi? You don't, right? So why should we do mental gymnastics about the U.S. military? Those are Nazis to us. The Nazis never invaded us, right? Yeah, not only are they not... Okay, I probably can't continue talking about this. I could get banned, like, literally. I've been banned. What's good, inshallah, all the munafiqun. Miku, if you're nasty. Yankubians have no concept of imperial destruction but will cry if you want abortion. Exactly. Okay? Look, this is simple. They don't consider us human beings. They don't consider people from the global south as human beings. It's that simple, people. It really is that simple. And if you understand this, they could never gaslight you. If you understand this, that they don't consider us in the global south as human beings, they can never gaslight you. What's good, Junaid Asmal? What's good, Black Banana? Military service is wrong. Haram. Exactly. What's good, Mo Business? Join Discord. Miku, if you're nasty, when Yankubians deconstruct the propaganda they've been fed their entire lives, you start to realize how fucking insane everybody is. Exactly. Them motherfuckers are extremely propagandized. Remember the Russian joke? Remember the Russian joke? Where the Yankees, like, The Yankee is the Russian is like, I like your propaganda too, and the Yankee is like, what propaganda? And the Russian is like, exactly. Green eggs and hammer. They think Plataner is the victim. Yeah. Nah. Was good OF, avoiding to build nukes and thinking, oh, they'll accept me if I'm docile and make energy and lift sanctions. Is the wait, what? Motherfucker randomly talking about Iran. I thought you were talking about Plataner. No, Iran. Yeah, Iran is not perfect. I'm not gonna pretend Iran is perfect. They should have just built nukes. Like, here's the thing. Sometimes you West Asians, you guys are too nice. You West Asians, sometimes y'all are just too nice. Right? You want to do the right thing. The West Asians, they want to do the right thing. Sometimes you gotta be dark woke. Right? Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Inshallah is done on purpose. American exceptionalism is the term. Yankee exceptionalism. Miku, if you're nasty, that's actually bonkers. Just no perception of human life if they're brown. Boku, chess players be hella smart. You're just saying that because you're Russian. And Russians are very good at chess. Inshallah, Iran isn't perfect, but it's exactly, well, if they had nuclear, we could be celebrating right now. If they had nuclear bow, we could be celebrating right now. The natives will have their land back. Right? Bro, 9/11, we were celebrating for weeks. People don't understand how much we hate the US of A. Like, people don't understand. Everyone who wants to be a politician in Malaysia has to pretend they hate the USA too, because the people hate the USA. Jess Pulido, Abby Martin's husband, is also veteran war criminal. Really? Vagina Bush. It's not that they don't consider people in the global south to be people. It's more that they don't even want to acknowledge the existence of global south people. Exactly. Yo, I was talking to, what's his face? That fucking idiot? Westside Tyler. He was like, oh, you use global southerner, cringe. He said cringe because I use global southerner. Like, what? How is it cringe? It's a literal place. It's not a place. It's a literal term. It's a literal, it's a literal group of regions. Okay, I gotta get through this. Or maybe I don't. I don't know.
Right now, in the American left, if I ask Emma Vigilant, Mehdi Hassan, or just Hassan, would you vote for someone who dropped the bomb on that school? If they've suddenly said they were socialists 20 years later, would you vote for them? And I would say most people would immediately be like, fuck no. The Iraq War was 10 times worse than what's happening to Iran right now. I'm not saying what's happening to Iran isn't terrible, but the Iraq War was like US soldiers going into people's homes and murdering them, right? And they killed like nearly like the aftermath of the conflict, when all is said and done, with the rise of ISIS and stuff, it's like 1 million people were killed because of the US, right? Graham Plattner not only did that once, he did it 3 times. He served in some of the worst.
Oh, my bad. I was saying, let's take a break from those fucking crackers and check out the news. Like, I need to take a break from crackers. Right? Can't be eating crackers. Too much carbs. Bandar Abbas explosion.
I just want to return to our breaking news now. So the Iranian state media is reporting that 3 explosions were heard east of the port city of Bandar Abbas. So Bandar Abbas sits right there on the northern part of the Strait of Hormuz. So reports say that the blasts were heard early on Thursday. It also says air defenses were activated in the city. Authorities are following up to determine the origin of those sounds. Now, it's important to note that the U.S. did carry out airstrikes on Iran's southern coast on Monday. The U.S. insisted that those were defensive in nature. And again, the origin of these explosions, we do not know. For more on this, though, we're going to bring in Al Jazeera's Al-Miqdad Al-Ruhayd, who joins us now from Tehran over the phone. So, Al-Miqdad, what else do we know about these explosions, and what do the authorities say?
Well, actually, this is the second incident within a week, within less than a week, actually, in the vicinity of Bandar Abbas. We have seen that in the past 2 days. Actually, on Monday or Tuesday morning, there were tension rising between the United States forces and also the IRGC. And right now, we have these reports from State TV and Iranian media speak about an hour ago, actually, around 1:30 a.m. local time, that there were like 3 explosions were heard east of the Iranian port city of Bandar Abbas, which is in the vicinity of Strait of Hormuz. And as we can remember that in the past 2 days, the IRGC Navy and also the foreign ministers and the foreign ministry actually released a strong wording statement describing that as a violation of ceasefire, and this comes within the heavy talks with the negotiator right now within this week, especially in Doha, and also when that memorandum of understanding released, or actually this afternoon we have a negotiation about that. We have discussions to speak about that. There's a memorandum of understanding. So within this time, Iranian definitely they are seeing that it's an act of war, it's a violation of ceasefire, and also this brings us to the same issue, which is a mistrust between the United States and Iranian and United States right now. We don't have definitely what's exact happened there, but it's an area of tension between both sides. We do know that the Strait of Hormuz right now is under control of the IRGC Navy.
Yo, Vagina Bush, what do you mean, why is his name Monkey? Why is your PFP Naruto? Why the fuck is your PFP Naruto? Answer me. What's good, Physical Squid? Bear G is in the chat, so there's ACP presence. At Claim Kim Tab. Bandar Abbas also had explosions a week before, True Promise to, I think. Yeah, it is a strategic location. Sunset. Yo, you're getting cooked by Sunset. Yeah, Naruto is a good anime. Naruto, what's wrong with Naruto? Nah, what the fuck is Boruto? I did not. Boruto sounds like a dirty word, right? Abdul, Bunker Bro, 2 years ago, I thought you were going the bread tube. What's wrong with bread tube? Even the commies are going bread tube these days. You got me as a podcast with Mike from PA. What's wrong with bread tube? Really proud of you that you took a hit to your platform by sticking to your principles. Allah will reward you for this. I should have gone bread tube, okay? If I gone full bread tube, I wouldn't have gotten demonetized. I wouldn't have, gotten banned a few times. I should have gone bread tube, but I just, bro, that shit is boring as shit, people. That shit is boring as shit. Sunset. Okay, look, Naruto, it did go, but the beginning of Naruto was kind of nice. I thought it was kind of good. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point it just became filler because Japanese, look, Japanese people are capitalists, so this is why they like to do, what do they call it when they go they stray from the manga, right? They like to stray from the manga and just they want to break. They wanna make money. Japanese are capitalists. That's why they just do random filler shit. Because the Japanese people are capitalists. They want to make money out. They want to milk the cow. Right? Yeah, look, password. I don't know what Boruto is. It sounds like a dirty word. It sounds like a slur. Now that's a slur. Boruto. 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 Baga. Right?
They are implementing and exercising their what they call the sovereignty and rights to control that strategic waterway. And this is a rising tension comes amid that all negotiation and that talks to bring an end to this war.
Yeah, and of course, the U.S. president insisted on Wednesday that nobody would control the Strait of Hormuz, not the Iranians, not the Omanis. Again, with these explosions,
what do you mean?
Still not also heard any comment, any word from the American side. So still a lot of questions to be answered. Al-Migdad al-Ruhayy.
Imagine a motherfucker fucking thousands of miles away trying to dictate how to deal with your straits. Right? Imagine. We have that problem. Southeast Asia has that problem with China. China is trying to dictate how we, trying to dictate the straits. We have that problem. Imagine. But at least China is right there. China is right there. They're like to the north of us. At least China is right there. They're in Asia. This is between us. Who the fuck is the U.S. surveyor? Who the fuck is you? Okay, people. I'm not. You okay? I'm not an anime cat. Okay. I'm not an anime cat. More business. Where is Ian Hartman, the smartest man alive? I think he got timed out. Yeah, this anime discourse is yeah. I don't understand this shit. Ashley Judd. Oh, so there's supposed to be. I haven't been clued up about Iran. I'll be real. I don't watch the news. Like, I'm like outside, people, just doing shit. I'm such a normie. I did some gay shit today. I mean, yesterday. I did some gay shit. I played pickleball. Yeah. I played pickleball. I did some gay shit. Oh, they are supposed to be negotiating. Also, yeah, also is the fucking Eid. They really attack Iran on Eid, people. That's crazy. But they do this every single time. They don't give a shit. Right? Too old for the wish. Did you frolic? No. You gotta explain the slang, Unc. What does frolic mean? Kate from da-da-da, you're like the only one of us with a job. Everybody has a job. Don't you got a job? Taking care of children is a full-time job. I think Mo has a job or some shit, or whatever the fuck he does. Everybody got a job. Chloe, it's stupid that live stream have ads now that drown out the live. They don't have ads now. They've always had ads. I just did not have ads because I was demonetized. So yeah. Vagina Bush, I can't get the job. They be taxing me 50%. Yeah, by the way, having a job, if you can live your life without working, yeah, do it. Don't think job is dignity. A job is not dignity. The opposite, in fact. Having a job is soul crushing. Right? Also, if you have a job in maybe a country like China, that's fine because you're building towards something. But if you're in a capitalist country, having a job is fucked up. Okay? If you're in a country with no purpose, no objective in life, like a capitalist country, having a job is just survival. It's just, yeah, and that's fuckeries. Bear G, I don't have a job, but look, Bear G, you're in a fuck-ass country. Why would you want a job? If you can game the system and get some kind of money without having a job, do it. You're in fucking Sweden. Who gives a shit about having a job in Sweden? There's no dignity in having a job in capitalist countries. No dignity. You're doing nothing except enriching the rich. Right? You're enriching some motherfucker. Like, I'm literally enriching motherfuckers. Because I don't know how to. Motherfuckers in my job are so corrupt. You have no idea how corrupt these motherfuckers in my office is, people. These motherfuckers become millionaires through corruption. Right? And I don't know how to do that. I'm not a money guy. I don't know how to be corrupt and you know, and siphon money here and there. I just don't. Also, I'm a Muslim, not supposed to do that, right? You're not supposed to do that. Right? If you can somehow survive without having a job, why would you want to work in a capitalist country? It makes no sense. You're just enriching someone else. Like, I'll be real. It doesn't mean anything, having a job in a capitalist country. There's no meaning attached to it. So why even do it? Right? Right? OF, I live in Mexico, so we are slaves that work the most but produce the least. Want an insight? I was paid the equivalent of 57 ringgit per day. I used to 57 ringgit per day. 1 week, that's about what, 250? That's like minimum wage, yes. Nowadays, that's like minimum wage. No, that's not minimum wage. That's below minimum wage. I think minimum wage is one. Yeah, look, Mexican people are hardworking, but yeah, hard work does not mean success. Vagina Bush, I only do volunteer work that doesn't generate profit. SSI is a poverty trap. The fuck is SSI? Physical Squid, I haven't had a job for a year and a half. Big up you. Big up the bouncer. Big up our protection against the ACPer. Sunset. That's why I just smoke pot and garden all day. Make fun of the Zios and Bunker Caddy score until the ADL gets me, the Anarchist Defense League. More business because people won't give you what you deserve. Exactly. Kate from da. I want to be my own boss. Do it. Boku. I don't know what Pharrell's ice cream is. Is that the actor? Inshallah, I've never had a corporate job. Holy shit. Yeah, inshallah is the one. Right? We don't want to know what you do. We don't need to know, right? Vagina Bush, I'm not allowed to have more than 2,000 at a time. I could not own anything that could be sold for more than 2,000. Wait, what? That's crazy. Ray, I used to run a store with an individual turnover of 2 million on a salary of... This is why people become commies, okay? This is why people become socialists. Yeah, you should have been a millionaire by now. But that's how capitalism works. You make someone else rich. Boku, Disability and Social Security, SSI. Ray, my full-time job used to not even cover my mortgage. That's crazy, you see? In the Soviet, I think, let me Google this, right? Let me do my Googles. Soviet rent to income ratio. Holy shit, that's crazy. Holy shit. In the Soviet Union, housing was heavily... Okay, this is AI, okay? Don't take it seriously. But their rent to income ratio is 5%. That's crazy. Holy 5%, really? 5% of your income is used to pay rent. Holy shit, people. Do you know how crazy that? This is why they wanted to destroy they destroyed the Soviet. Right? Samantha, tell me they aren't satanic. Oh, okay. Shaitan is not involved in this, okay? Don't slander the Satan. Shaitan is not involved. Ray, literally going to the doc today to fill out the permanent disability claim insurance. Now I'm officially diagnosed. Do you get money from that, Ray? If you get money from that and you don't have to work, look, it's a W. Man with long vagina bush, supplemental social income, basically the government giving free money to retards and can I say that word on stream? And cripples whose bodies and minds are too defective to be worth anything. Look, free money is money. Just take it and live. My body is too defective for me to even sell my blood. If you can get money somehow without working, do it. Ray, we don't have an... Look, Soviet, 5%. 5%. Holy shit. Bergie, even, you look, Bergie, in this day and age, 50% is good enough. 50% is good enough. Soviet was 5%. Holy fuck, maximum 5%. So if you earn 1,000, that's like what? I might be Asian, but 1,000, 5% of 1,000 is very low wage. 50. Holy fuck. If you earn $1,000, all you gotta pay is $50 for a whole house. But that's income, household income. That's crazy. Now that's crazy. Let's see Malaysia rent to income ratio. Nah, fuck out of here. Malaysia is 30 to 50%. Malaysia has a no more than 30% guideline, which is crazy. That's a guideline. You see, this is capitalist countries, right? Their guideline is, oh, your rent shouldn't be no more than 30%. Get the fuck out of here. Don't do guidelines. This is some social democracy shit. Guideline, right? You're the government. Fucking control that shit. You can literally control that shit. It's crazy. Vagina Bush, they don't give me enough money to cover my needs. That's the problem. That's the problem. with the United States. It's fuckeries. What's good, Auguste Demirelli? Kate from da. We also get money from the government for our kids. That helps. You see, Canada has healthcare, right? Does Canada have healthcare? Wait, does Canadian healthcare has private wings? At Klim Kim Tap, Asian card revoke. Malaysia is about 30 to 50%. I don't know if this is true because rent is fucking expensive. If you want a comfortable place, 30% of your income means a really shitty fucking flat that smells like piss. Vagina Bush. I get little less than 1,000. Are you even Vagina Bush, by the way? My rent is $950. I have to pay. Holy shit! Rent it $950. Holy fuck! That's how crazy. This is why people need communism, right? I'm not a commie, but people need communism. Kate from da. Basic health care and social care. Do you have a private wing? In Canadian healthcare sucks. Exactly. Suck. That's what the Yankees want. They want something that has already proven to suck. It's called suck them. JC, Canada has euthanasia, which is a problem in a liberal capitalist country because it de facto means, yeah, I'm partial to euthanasia. I feel like if I'm old and I'm useless, you should be allowed to kill me. When I'm old, just kill me. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to burden people with my existence. Miku, if you're nasty, my last apartment started as $850 a month. Holy shit! Yeah, you know what you can get with $850 in Malaysia. This is why Yankees, right? They come to Malaysia with their money. You know what you can get with $850, right? Holy shit, a fucking luxurious condominium. Let me see what you can get. That's real estate Malaysia. $850 is about 4,000, right? Oh, I like this guy. This fucking guy, people. Let's see. He sells houses. Let's see what you can get for $850. This motherfucker sells houses. Luxury condo for rent, Kuala Lumpur. Okay, let's see this one. 700. This is 700 USD, people. This is 700 USD. I don't know if it's a night. Is it a night? 700 USD. Okay, this is 700 USD a month.
Live here in luxury in Kuala Lumpur for only $700 a month? That's what we're here to find out. Today, we're taking you apartment hunting in the heart of Malaysia to see what affordable luxury actually looks like, and whether it's a smart move for nomads, couples, or anyone dreaming of an international lifestyle without the luxury price tag. This is probably the best location in all of Kuala Lumpur. But it didn't start easy. We were overwhelmed by sketchy listings and horror stories online. Honestly, I thought we were gonna get scammed or end up somewhere totally wrong for us.
Yo, sister, cover up. Look, I'm not a conservative, but this is too much skin. I lie? No, this is too much skin. People, I lie? Am I lying? Am I autistic or is this too much skin? Yo, Miku, this is too much skin, right? I don't mean to be a conservative. Right? This is too much skin. I can't do this. Give me a break. Let me take a break. Vagina Bush. 950 is on the lower end of rent. Holy fuck. What do you get with 950 in the US? Do you know what you can get with 950 in Malaysia? Do you understand what you can get with 950? I don't mean to dox myself, but my current place has a swimming pool, has a gym. It looks okay in the inside. It's about, the rent is about at most 400, 500 USD. Swimming pool. It's not luxurious. It's a regular ass. But I got a swimming pool. I got a gym, free gym, free entry. It's in the building, right? I go down the elevator. There's a 7-Eleven right next to the elevator. There's shops everywhere. I can walk. I'm walking over here. Bro, do you understand what's going on here? Too old for the witch. You're so cute. What do you mean? I'm not gay. I'm not. What's good, baboon? Sunset. What is this chair? This is too much skin. Too old for the witch. Too much shoulder. Yo, vagina bush. Okay, yeah, we're both ADHD. Yes, the eyes. It looks evil. Kate from Da it's you that's the problem. Too much hair and shoulders. You can see her knees. Yeah, no knees. Miku, if you're nasty. Look, if you move to Malaysia and you have multinational wage, yes. But if you have Malaysian wage, nah, it doesn't work that way. Right? At Klim Kim Tab, they probably brought euthanasia in Canada because they don't want to pay for healthcare. Yes. That shit is too burdensome. Chloe, we're watching The Blonde Lady. Okay? Physical Squid, why is she looking at me like that? At Kalim Kim Tap. Okay, people still buy gym membership even though they have free gym in the condo because the free gym in the condo is limited. Okay? You're a gym bro, right? Yeah, Miku, if you vacation in Malaysia, you're gonna look, so many Yankees, they come to Malaysia just to feel luxury. You know how fucked up that is, right? A lot of Yankees live their life for like decades, never feeling any luxury, never eating, never being able to eat, you know, to do fine dining, never lived in the building with a swimming pool. You don't understand, right? Do you know how fucked up that is, right? We're a third world country. Even though that means nothing. We're a developing country. How the fuck are you richer than me and you come here to feel luxury? Make it make sense. Malaysia is Dubai for poor people. Let's be for real. That's what KL, that's what Kuala Lumpur is. It's Dubai for poor people. Right? Nah. Malaysia is Dubai for poor people. Like, you want to feel luxury, you come Malaysia.
Until we got lucky. Our Airbnb host turned out to be a local real estate agent, and what he told us changed everything. From lease lengths to utility traps, and why short-term rentals might not be the best option depending on your situation. We'll share it all. So what can $700 a month really get you in Kuala Lumpur? Let's find out. Okay, we'll start the tour off with our Airbnb that we got. We asked the host how much it would cost if we rented for an entire year, and he said 3,200 ringgit, which is $777 US. It's a nice modern place. It has a big expat community and everything that we really need as far as amenities and comfortable living spaces. We have a desk to work from. The Wi-Fi is fast. And it's in a great location, so no problems there. The view is amazing. And
yeah, this is near the city. This is expensive because of the location. If you go a bit farther into suburban areas, holy shit, you don't understand. You could get a landed property with 700 USD. You could get a landed property.
Overall, we're really happy with
with like a garden. Do you even know what that is, Yankees?
This place. All right, guys, we've been waiting for the elevator for about 5 minutes, and it just passed us, so it's gonna be here all day. Now we're picking Ruben's brain about investing here in Malaysia and going to the next apartment. $250,000 to get a house here. And that's because the Malaysian government doesn't want people buying up all the prices. The cheap ones, so that it's too expensive. That's happening everywhere. Yeah. Here we are. This was the second place we're seeing today. We would have been coming here for a foot massage at the end, but we're going to another building after this.
Yeah, look at that fucking lobby, people. That's a fucking hotel. Look at that lobby. That's nicer than my lobby. What's good, MB? Wear your seatbelt. No, she's look. She's in the back seat. No homo, but she's in the back seat. Hey, from da. She looks like my friend. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of white people that look like this. Bear G, I'm not saying she ain't pretty, but as a Swede, I don't even react to this. What do you mean you don't even react to this? They don't react to you. Yo. What do you mean you don't even react to this? Shut the fuck up, Bear G. You better react to this, okay? JC, she looks like a Yank Dutch girl. Like what? Dutch lady? You know what a Dutch lady is? Is this what she looks like? Right? A fucking milk? Dutch lady. They used to have a mascot. Yeah, Dutch lady. Is this what she looks like? Physical squid. Fuck these Americans working jobs in the US and treating the rest. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. OF, Dubai in what sense? Dubai in the sense of being slave or at least being poor. Yeah, it is. That's what Malaysia is. It's Dubai for poor people. It's not that much difference from Dubai. Except we're real. If new Dubai, by the way, not old Dubai. If new Dubai was cultured, that's what Malaysia is. That's what KL is, not Malaysia. Yo, Sunset, shut the fuck up. Relax, okay? Modernist bullshit. It's what's wrong with functionality? Right? Inshallah, I'm selling my house and moving to Malaysia. Look, inshallah, wait until we legalize. When we legalize, you can move to Malaysia. Okay? Yo, Sunset, how the fuck are you a fucking anarchist? Yeah, the back seat. Wait, aren't you an anarchist? She can do whatever the fuck she wants. Right? Anarchist. Physical squid. ACP guy commenting on how fuckable a woman on screen is. Miku, if you're nasty, I do get an icky vibe from the video. When this is when the fuck did I play This Is No Ordinary Love? Did I? I mean, I fucks with that lady heavy, Sade or whatever the fuck. Sade with a H, Sade with no H. MB Dubai. Look, that's what KL is. KL was built for. KL is, like I said, Dubai for poor people. That means if you're like a poor person in the US over here, you probably can't afford to live luxuriously in Dubai. You come Malaysia, you could probably afford it. That's all I'm saying. Right? That's all I'm saying. Vagina Bush. Anarchism does not mean jumping into a volcano. Yeah, I knew you were Vagina Bush. You consider being in a car much like you compare being in a car with jumping into a volcano. You're Vagina Bush. Get the fuck out of here.
Fast elevators, you guys. They're working so fast. It does look a little bit more dated than the other apartment, not as modern as we were hoping for. Now this one is called Mark Residence and it is 615 square feet. The price is 3,000 ringgit per month, which is about
Yeah, this might seem fuck-ass, but the reason it's so expensive is because it's near the city. 600 is atrocious. 600 square foot is atrocious. However, they are near the city.
$728 US. This is a one bedroom and it is 615 square feet. It is super rare for us to come across a place with a bathtub, so this is pretty great. So the selling point of this place is really the location. Like you cannot get a better location than this. We have the massage place.
I told you, it's the
downstairs, the mall.
location.
It's like a 5-minute walk away.
Yeah,
Even though
this
this place feels slightly
the location.
dated, the location cannot be beat. This is probably the best location in all of Kuala Lumpur. Microwave.
It's all about the
hot water,
location.
anything you need, pretty much. I think. Yeah, it's stocked with dishes. That's kind of a cool feature, though. I don't know what you really need it for, but I like it. This is also for shoes. Lots of shoe storage over here.
Yo, August, she's like a white person emoji. Yo,
Right, guys,
white
now we're
person
gonna go to the
emoji.
amenities. They have pools, tennis courts, and gym. Let's see what else they have.
She's not bad
All the
looking
amenities
indoors,
here,
okay?
A perfect list. I'm excited for the sauna, but is that the sauna? Is that how you say sauna? Surau.
Surau is holy shit. Surau is the musola, people. Holy shit, that's offensive. You just call Surau sauna. Surau is musola. Surau is the Malaysian word for musola. That's offensive, lady.
Oh, that's the praying room, actually. My bad. I mean, it's so cool. They have a dry cleaners here. Ooh, nice AC blast in here.
Yeah, you get a gym. See, this is a good gym. Yo, they have that shit. They have the boat shit. See, you get a gym with 700 USD. You get a gym. You get a fucking swimming pool. This is okay.
These pools are literally the opposite of where we're.
Yo, Mo, shut the fuck up. You're a virgin, Mo. She is crap looking. I'll tolerate her if yo, Mo, you don't. The last pussy you had was in the early 2000s. Shut the fuck up. You're literally a fucking virgin, Mo. Right? Your dick regrew the virginity flap, Mo. You lost your virginity in your early 20s, and then ever since then, no pussy, right? Your dick regrew the virginity flap. You're a virgin now. That's how it works. If you were female, Mo, if you were a void, right? What do you call What do you call the virginity shit? What do you call it? What do you call the virginity barrier? Ah, shit. How do I not know this? Yeah. What do you call it? What do you call it? Hymen, yeah. You Mo, you regrew the dick hymen. Mike Ecker, your dick hymen grew back. Shut the fuck up, Mo. Please don't talk shit. All these virgins trying to talk shit. Bear G, Mo, it's always the same as usual suspects trying to talk shit about a lady. Your dick hymen grew back. Shut the fuck up. Right? Hi, man. Boku, stop being mean. What you mean stop being mean? I can't stop, won't stop, can't stop. And you don't stop. No, it's not foreskin. It's like the hymen is inside the dick hole. The male hymen, the moid hymen is inside the dick hole. Right? You shut the fuck up, Mo. Right? You need a hoe, Mo. You need a hoe. I can smell. Yeah, I can smell the desperation. You need a hoe. Vagina Bush, I am a virgin. How much money could I get from auctioning a 30-year-old? Your Vagina Bush. I knew it. Sunset, are you muted in Discord? Yo, people, unmute Sunset on Discord. Big up Sunset. That's my anarchist pet. August, his foreskin came back. Yo, check your penile, Mo. The foreskin grew back. Yo, the foreskin grew back. It's mad in the dunya. It's mad in the dunya. The foreskin grew back. Right? You're a sandworm now. Right? You were a missile. Right? But because that shit is so dry, it grew back. Now you're a sandworm again. You're born again. Right? See how emotional Mo gets. Mo, you need a hoe. See how emotional he gets. You need a hoe. You need multiple hoes. Right? Spend some money, Mo.
We're staying at Ceylon Suites because there's nobody here. The space is so big. This looks pretty fantastic.
You get a tennis court, 700 USDs.
All right, guys, that's all for this
Convenience
place.
store.
Now let's head to the next one. How much is monthly parking?
Yo, go Suburban, homie. Yo, sis, go Suburban. You could get landed with 700 USDs.
Hi, Ika, nice to meet you. Yeah. Okay. Like in Bali, they like sublet all the time, right? Oh, this is nice.
Mo,
I like
say hi
this
to
layout.
Shaitan.
And this is bigger too.
This is a lot better.
Yeah, big up Shaitan.
Yeah.
Yo, Shaitan is gonna get to heaven before you, Mo. Shut the fuck up.
Wow. We're so
Shaitan is gonna get to heaven
floor.
before you, Mo.
Also
Shut the
amazing
fuck up.
location. All right, we definitely saved the best for last, so let's keep checking it out. Oh yeah, bigger bed too. And we get a bonus room too. Look at this jacuzzi. They really spoil us with bathtubs. over
Holy
here.
shit, jacuzzi.
Bonus room. This is where Costiga's gonna sleep when he's bad. Lots
Who
of
the fuck is
storage, extra
Costica?
blankets. It looks like we're not gonna use these though.
These are all city homes. So yeah, it might look fuck
Alright,
ass.
guys, now we're gonna go check out the facilities, which are not included in the price of this apartment like they were in the first one, but it's very reasonable. It's 180 ringgit.
Your
Which
hair
is
needs some
about
conditioner.
40
My
US
hair
dollars.
needs conditioner.
So let's go check it out.
I don't wear conditioner too. I'm allergic. See, you get a gym with a view
What a
of the
view.
city. Holy fuck, that's crazy. That view is crazy. Nah. See, people, this is what you get for 700 USD. A view of the fucking KLCC. That's crazy. Now that's crazy. That's mental. It's mad in the dunya. 700 USD. This is what you get.
So this is the Surya Mall right there, and then the KLCC.
Holy
park, which we
fuck.
haven't even walked around yet.
Yeah, I can't afford any of this, by the way.
360-degree views around the city.
That's
are
crazy.
insane. And another super clean pool.
See, this is what you get for 700
This looks so
USD.
inviting. Oh yeah, the water's perfect up here, and the view. It's gonna pick a place for
Holy
long-term
fuck.
living. I would definitely be picking this apartment.
At
This
Claim
is
Game
super
Tap,
nice. It's
calling a
bigger, has bonus
Jordanian
rooms,
sandworm.
has guests,
Accidental
it has the
racism.
gym right upstairs. The pool is clean. It's not too busy.
Sandworm. Yeah. He's a sand N-word.
So
Fuck
now
out of
to
here.
the conclusion, what are we gonna do? I think the second place was way nicer, but right now we're going over the Sky Bridge to the mall to show you guys what the Pavilion Mall is all about. So let's go do it. I thought Ruben was great. He had different agents at each property, so he is mainly a property manager for Airbnbs. That's kind of the way it goes here. They have agents representing the owner, and people have agents representing if they're a buyer or if they're a renter. So that's kind of normal on both sides.
Holy shit, it's connected to the mall too. It's connected to the mall too. See, this is what you get with 700 USDs. Okay? Right? It's Temu Dubai, people. Is she a lesbian? Oh, okay, it's a guy. My bad. I thought she was a lesbian. Yeah, I'm just trying to show people what you can get with 700 USD. Vagina Bush, you're telling me nobody wants the chance to painfully. I'm pretty sure that cherry has value. Right? I'm pretty sure that hymen has value. Yo, Boku is in love, right? Boku is in love. MB, call me the N-word, please. Okay, nerd. Sunset, how is Malaysia? Yeah, I got a lesbian friend. It's whatever. Nobody gives a shit about lesbianisms. It's encouraged in Malaysia. Lesbianism is encouraged. Boku, she sounds exactly like my future grandkid. What? Your future grandkid's grandmother? How? What? She sounds like your ancestor? What? Kate from Da Da Da. I'm not hating on her. It's Sunset who's hating on her. I don't know. She looks just like my BFF, so I can't hate her too much. Y'all are just mean. Yeah, she's not. What's wrong with her? It's just too much skin because I'm a conservative. Fermented hymen. Yeah, that could probably last, you know. You could be a millionaire. Have you tried selling it on what do you call your the Yankee marketplace? Have you tried selling your hymen on what do you call it? Craigslist? Yeah, you should try selling your hymen on Craigslist. Just make sure you don't deal with a serial killer. Yo, Mo, shut the fuck up. She's not crap. You couldn't pull 1% of what she looks like. Mo, don't do this to yourself, Mo. She's not crap. Okay? You couldn't pull this in your life in fucking 10 lifetimes, Mo. You couldn't pull this in 10 lifetimes. You're a fucking sandworm. Radish Fest. Craigslist is the one where you get murdered. Yo, the last time Mo got laid, the Spice Girls were popping. Right, Mo? The last time you got raided, Osama was still alive. Osama was American. The last time Mo got laid, Osama was a Yankee. Osama was listening to rock and roll. Right? Get the fuck out of here. Your guyman. This is what you call them, the male hymen, right? Your guyman grew back, Mo. That your dick hole is so dry, your guyman grew back. Right? Inshallah, Mo thinks he's a prize. Yo. The last time Mo got laid, Obama was black. Michael Jackson was black. Mo. Stop talking shit, Mo. The last time you got laid, Michael Jackson was black. Okay? Mo. Why you care when I got laid? I don't. I'm glad. No. You can't help it, Mo. You're not glad. You're sad. Circa 1998. Boku, his famous line was, I wouldn't touch her with a 10. She wouldn't touch you. She wouldn't touch you if her life depended on it. Like, right? If someone held a gun to your head, to her head, yo, touch Mo or I'm gonna shoot you dead. She's like, I'll say my shahada right now. Send me to heaven. Send me to Firdaus. Right? Fuck out of here, Mo. Fuck out of here. She wouldn't touch you with a gun to your head. Boku, that's what you said. Alright, big up the Black Russian. Come on, Mo. Fuck out of here. He's not crap, Mo. You couldn't pull this. You couldn't pull 1% of this. Kate from da da da. Right, Kate? Come on, Kate. Your BFF is a looker. Kate, do you think Mo has a chance with your BFF, Kate? Let's be honest. Right? Do you think your BFF with a gun to her head would touch Mo? Inshallah, Mo wouldn't say no given any opportunity. Vagina Bush. Yeah, my body takes a lot longer to heal than a normal person. Yeah, your Vagina Bush. Holy shit. How did I not see this? How do I not realize this motherfucker is Vagina Bush? That's my bad. Sunset. Okay, I'll unmute you right now. Okay. You're like my Mo, Sunset. I don't have Mo. Mo has left the building, so you're like my Mo right now. You're my puppy. How do I unmute someone? Right? I don't even know how to mute someone. How do I mute someone? Holy shit. How do I unmute someone? What's your name, Sunset? What is your name, Sunset? Most tolerable? Nah. Let me find you. Yo, Sunset, what the fuck is your name in Discord? I can't find your name even. Let's see. I can't find your name. There's someone called Denims in the... Oh, you're unmuted. Okay. That's fine. Inshallah, Mo, you too honest in the past. You are a horn dog. Mo is autistic, okay? Mo is autistic. He can't help himself. Yes, Sunset. What do you get muted for? OF, does anyone here know a Malay song that involves 3 or more languages? I don't know. A Malay song that involves I don't know.
On that people that held analyses such as JT's or Hakim's knew were an eventuality now slightly complicated or made more interesting, depending on how you look at it, by the blockade over the Strait of Hormuz. So before we start, it's very important to establish here that this isn't just, Abu Dhabi, for those of you who do not.
What's good, Baron Squanch? BJ, on the internet, being autistic doesn't make you special. Exactly. Being neurotypical, now that makes you special. So I'm special. Right?
No, that's the actual capital administrative city of the United Arab Emirates. Has one of the most beautiful buildings in the planet, in my opinion. The White Mosque is fucking absurdly looking. But yes,
this is not in Dubai, isn't it? Oh, this is in the UAE. Yeah, I never been here though. This is way outside Dubai.
This is not just Abu Dhabi throwing a tantrum about quota allocation, though the quota grievances are real, and we already, to an extent, got into them. This is happening at the precise moment when the Strait of Hormuz is functionally compromised by active conflict, when the dollar-denominated financial architecture is under its most serious structural challenge since Bretton Woods collapsed, and when the BRICS bloc is actively constructing alternative settlement mechanisms that are beginning slowly, unevenly, sure, but materially to offer peripheral states genuine optionality outside Western financial circuits. These things are not coincidental. They are mutually conditioning. And the UAE's move has to be read inside all of them simultaneously. Let's start with the political economy of the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company's position, because it's actually quite precise. The UAE has committed somewhere in the region of $150 million to expanding extraction infrastructure, new field development, upstream capacity, logistics, and so on. I can't believe, as I said multiple times, that I get to finally use my business degree on this show. So this is what we call specifically fixed capital investment on a timeline. Okay, fossil fuel assets carry a particular kind of temporal pressure that most other industrial investments do not. The energy transition that JT mentioned earlier away from fossil, however uneven and politically contested its pace, represents a decline in the long-term exchange value of the underlying commodity. Every year of foregone production under quota isn't just lost revenue, it's a permanent loss.
Is he reading from ChatGPT? I'm just wondering.
Loss against a closing window. For you guys to better understand, like let's say when selling Coca-Cola, you're fighting competition and trying to fill untapped markets, right? But there's no set year in the future when Coca-Cola will be rendered illegal or at the very least completely useless. For fossil, it's the opposite. You're not only fighting competition and filling untapped markets, you're doing so on a pretty set deadline, rendering your need for efficiency and squeezing everything you can out of this burgeoning bubble a primary aspect of how you run the business itself. Okay? So it literally being a ticking time bomb makes acting quickly, efficiently, and as I said, squeezing everything you can out of it, which is a very great pun when it comes to oil, a primary aspect of how business is done. Okay, and inside,
you see this Yankee motherfucker here. What's his name? J Boy or some shit. He left Nebula because Nebula told him to be a centrist, right? Boku, I was a boot. Wait, are you from Canada? I was a boot to ask that. Are you from Canada now? I thought you were in SF. I thought you were in the Qatar. Psionic. Mine is two. What do you mean mine is two? That's steep. You're 2,000. That's how much your life worth. That's how much your life is worth. Is that your rate for per night? What Psionic? Is that your rate per night? What is this? What is this? 2,000 two's my word, fam. What is this? From reading from Gemini, exactly. Miku, if you're nasty, I just ate some black bean hot. What should I eat today? What should I eat today? Man, Vagina Bush. I wish I had a degree, but I'm too. Can I say that word on stream? You know, there's no substitution for this R word. Let's talk about this. There's no substitution. What do you say to someone who's just, right? And we're not talking about someone who is handicapped over here. We're talking about Yankees, for example. How else do you describe Yankees? other than this word here. How the fuck else do you I can't. It's this shit is rendering me completely frustrated. Right? How else do you describe Yankees? Yankees is exactly this. This word I probably can't say. There's no other word. Right? How the fuck do you describe Mo? There's no other word. Like now, like this is why Yankees get away with this shit. Because you can't describe them accurately with this word that they ban. They banned this word. So now we can't describe them accurately. And now they can do whatever the fuck they want. Arl slurred it. Slur ass cat. You fucking slur ass cat. Password, medically unwell. Medically unwell could be you have the flu, you have a fever, right? But the R word is immense. Immensely needed. Let's see. OF, imbecile. What are you, a fucking thesaurus? Imbecile is not bad, but still, imbecile sounds like there's dignity to it. You know, imbecile, imperial, right? Immortal, imbecile. It sounds like the R word. It means the R word, but it has a dignity attached to it because it starts with immortal, imperial, right? Cretin sounds like food, so food has a dignity to it. Food provides you with energy. Without food, you die. Cretin sounds like a food. Jerk is a food. Jerk chicken. Jiak chicken. Jerk is food. It's jerk chicken. Moron is stupid. It's hamar is a donkey. Yo, Arabs, why the fuck is hamar a fucking curse word? Donkeys they got stamina. If you want to carry, just because now you have transportation, mechanical transportation, you want to forget what the donkey did to you, what hamar did to you. Why is hamar a slur in Arabic? Why? Why is hamar an insult? Why? A donkey. How many times has the Prophet, okay, the Prophet uses camels, so, oh, is it because you don't need donkeys because you have camels? Is this why hamar is a slur? Physical squid. I have liberals. I thought liberals are the ones who banned the word. Sheeple. Sheep is useful. They provide wool. They provide. Some of them provide food for you. So there's a dignity to being a sheep, even though a sheep is not entirely useless, right? There's a dignity to being a sheep, even though it you get me? Even though it means you're a fucking idiot, but there's a dignity to being an idiot who's useful. Brendan Wood. Is your last name Wood? That's crazy. You must have gotten bullied in high school, right? Nah, it's either that or you had to harden up and nah, it's literally people under too much pressure have suppressed right brain activity to cope with life and thus explaining narcissism. What are you, a fucking doctor? What are you, a brain doctor? Too old for the witch. There are a bunch of words that all started in mental health profession. They are mostly all ableist, such as psionic. You're lagging. Brendan Wood, autism is just center, brain, or right, a centrist. You call an autistic people centrist. Vagina bush, tar is, why is tar, what does tar means in Arabic, in English? Inshallah, in Iranian, to tell someone they have no honor is a serious offense, but no other way to say someone has no honor. Kate from are we talking about slur? Kate, I don't think R is a slur. I don't think I can say it. Radish fest, mouth breather. It's too complicated. Also, mouth breather, there's a dignity to it, because what if your nose is just blocked? So you got to breathe. So the mouth will save your life. So the mouth is a lifesaver. So mouth breather is there's a dignity to it. Okay. Yeah, nothing beats the R word. Nothing beats the R word. Like, I'll be real. I can't even say slow. I'm getting shit for saying slow. Right? I could have said the R word to Yankees, but I said slow to be nicey, and I got shit for that in Discord. So join Discord. Okay? Join Discord. Inshallah, my kid forced me to stop using that word 15 years ago. Tough an 80s kid. Physical squid. No, that word describes Yankee perfectly. I guess I use slow. Is slow a slur? Now I can't say slow. Marcos, why do you say Yanks instead of gringo? Which is anti-imperialist term. I don't know, Yankee just sound, gringo sounds like food. Gringo sounds like bingo or ringo. It sounds cute. Gringo, right? But Yank sounds like, yeah, it sounds like an insult. Gringo, I know is an insult, it's anti-imperialist. Like over here, I would use matsale. Matsale means white or a cracker. Yank just sound, I don't know, it just sounds nasty. Because nasty people invented Yank. To a Yankee, you using Yankee means you're the British. Because Yankees can't think outside of, oh, the origin of the word is British, so you must be a British. Right? Now we're back to the FD signifier discussion. Too old for the witch. You can't make fun of the people of how they are born. Why not? You just pity them and move on. No, if a Yankee can move. Right? A Yankee can always move. Right? So yeah, a Yankee, I can make fun of a Yankee. You can move, but you don't. You chose to be a Yankee. Inshallah, Southern U.S. hate being called a Yank. Ooh, the more they hate being called something, the more the urge to call them that something intensifies. Mike Ecker, crackers are in this. Nah, fuck this geographical shit. All you motherfuckers are crackers until proven otherwise. You're a cracker until proven otherwise. Okay, where were we? Holy shit.
At OPEC, the UAE was being asked to absorb production cuts proportional to its capacity, not proportional to its fiscal dependence on oil revenue. This is the structural tension in the whole building. Saudi Arabia, as we've heard multiple times, but let's repeat, with its higher budgetary break-even point and its, some people might know it, Vision 2030 commitments that are essentially capitalist diversification. The cartel coordination serves Riyadh's fiscal requirements, but for a state with a lower break-even cost and massive underutilized capacity, the same coordination represents a forced subsidy to a competitor. The cartel was, in quite a concrete sense, compelling Abu Dhabi to underwrite Saudi Arabia's domestic political economy. Go back to what Hakeem said about particular contradictions between the states that were supposed to be allied on this particular point due to their difference in how they get to tap the market. Okay? The exit, which was timed here, is a forward position. Okay? Now we're putting our very simple capitalist hats on for a second. Okay? Let's look at it from the complete lens of maximizing profit over a long term, in this case for Abu Dhabi. So it was timed as a forward position. Abu Dhabi is not primarily responding to the current condition. It's positioning for the moment those lanes reopen.
Vaquero, why am I getting cracker allegations? Everybody a cracker, and everybody in Yankee land a cracker until proven otherwise. Kate, don't eat crackers. That's carbs. Okay? Clock it. Clock it. Crackers is carbs. Right? Don't eat crackers. Okay? Unless you mean the human being. Yeah. You can eat them in a violent way. Don't eat them in a pleasurable way. Do not eat a cracker in a pleasurable way. Right? If you do that, you are an enemy of mankind. Okay? Clock it. I clocked it. Okay? Do not eat a cracker unless you mean violently. Right? Also, it's carbs, okay? Vaquero, I'm a whole Southeast Asian. Which part, my friend? Physical squid, I'm half cracker. What's the other half, physical squid? I need to know now. Kate, I got raised. That's what Mo thinks. Brendan Wood, what makes it all make sense is neuroplasticity. The pattern you repeat every day around whatever people or with yourself depends on your situation. Is how your brain ends up programmed. What are you talking about? What the fuck is neuroplasticity? Are you calling what? OF, white gringo, black gringo, brown gringo, yellow gringo, rich gringo, poor gringo, boss gringo, runt gringo, steel gringo. Oh, you're swagger Pinoy. Swagger Pinoy. Swagger Pino. Swagger Filipino. Right? Big up the Filipinos. Big up the Pinoys. Oh, you're half black. Yo, you're logic. Holy shit. You're half black. You're logic. No. Not logic. You're physical squid. Big up yourself. But you're logic. Brendan Wood, the patterns become enforced and so on. So people under pressure, around people under pressure learn narcissism, but we can also change the patterns and situations. Thus, brain, are you like a brain scanner? Do you scan brains and shit? That's crazy.
Or when viable land corridors or alternatives, et cetera, are secured. At that point, unconstrained by cartel limits, ADNOC, the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, is reportedly positioned to reach 5 million barrels per day. That's not marginal in any way, shape, or form. At a moment of already choked the fuck out demand and accelerating green transition, that's a price deflationary event of very, very real consequence. Do not milk the whole business bullshit further and talk like a human being for a second. This isn't the UAE react.
Look, Brendan Wood, what are you? Why do you know so much about this?
To the war. They're preparing for what comes after it. The moment the strait opens, Abu Dhabi wants to be standing at the starting line with no quotas and no fucking ceilings. In a market where demand is already under pressure, that kind of supply surge doesn't just nudge their prices, it floors them. That's the play. But, and I want to press on this because I think it's theoretically important, reducing the UAE's agency entirely to Washington directives misreads the actual class dynamics at play. The concept of sub-imperialism, as it's developed in Latin American context, is useful here precisely because it captures the dialectical tension between alignment and autonomy. Sub-imperialist states aren't passive transmission belts for core imperial interests. They have, as Hakim put very well, their own bourgeoisie, their own accumulation imperatives, their own regional power ambition.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. The Yankees can't depend on the Arabs. The Arab have agency. Okay? You don't understand. The Arabs can be more barbaric than you, Yankees. They can fuck you up. Right? They were the original Yankees. Brendan Wood. So people aren't whatever diagnosis forever. We can change what it is. Marcos, Puerto Ricans are not Yanks. Maybe the land sailors in our current colonial government, but not us. Are you sure about that? Ain't you half cracker? MB, who doesn't have narcissism? I don't have narcissism. Narcissist. Right? And narcissism is not just, it goes beyond self-grandizing or whatever the fuck. is the mainstream understanding of narcissism? Narcissism is a lot of things. I don't even know. Brendan Wood, my family is really bad and I'm really smart. JC, psychology is a cult to obscure material analysis of the horizontal class structure, and it creates a self-insulated reinforcing cycle where whatever medical nuance is lost. Right? Whatever this means. Brendan Wood just had a lot of time and I want to help actually save the world the right way individually. You're an individualist. I went to school for engineering though, but this is the solution. Marcos, I worry that Asia is gonna leave the Americas to the fucking yinks in this multipolar world. Yeah. Boku wants to go back to the blonde. Now, Marcos, you see, you are in, you're gonna have to take the land back, because what's gonna happen is people are just gonna abandon the US and it's gonna turn into a massive shithole. It's a massive shithole. Inshallah, your streak is alive? How is that possible? Melia, believing in biomedical psychiatry is like believing in astrology, just that it kills more people. Anyone who buys that shit should learn shame. So yeah, Brendan Wood, this is your enemy right here. I don't have any opinion on this, okay? I don't have any opinion on psychiatry. Right? I do think that autism is real, for example. Like, like that motherfucker who can't tie his shoes. Yeah. that motherfucker that can't tie his shoe and is always screaming. I believe that's real, okay? But the motherfucker with who can't look you in the eye, that could be a lot of things. I believe in the motherfucker that can't tie his shoes, that draws fucking maps and screams randomly and can't control the volume of his voice. I believe that motherfucker is real. Melia, your Italo-Russian accent is great. Thank you. Melia, where you from, Melia? Inshallah, I think, you need, I think I washed within 24 hours. Radish Fest. Does PR have like gusanos but inside the place? That's crazy. Well, that's possible. I mean, gusano is barwa, right? It's the same. What does gusano mean again? Gusano is a barwa, right? Same thing, right? Gusano. Worm or maggot. That's what I call Mo, sandworm. I call Mo a sand gusano. Desert gusano. That's crazy. It refers to any worm, caterpillar. So gusano is like a barwa, right? Coined by Fidel Castro in the 1960s. Cuban exiles barwa. It is a form of barwa. So look, if by the strict definition, Radish Fest, not really. A gusano has to leave, has to be a defector. Is a foreign barwa. That's what it is. But terms can change meaning. Brendan Wood, no, you got psychology and psychiatry confused. It's a big spectrum, including too many things and not well defined individually on that basis. Medical community is lazy. systematic and programmed. Vaquero, there are some instances where psychiatry can provide great frameworks to target social ills, as with Frantz Fanon. Fanon is a band, right? Inshallah, Worm Bootlicker. My Shadow. Yeah, I covered that. Yeah, that's fuckery. On Eidul Adha too. Wait, what do you mean by Iran bombing? Iran getting bombed, right? Not Iran doing the bombing? If Iran is doing the bombing, yeah, give me the intel. Hate from big up Fidel. A motherfucker named Fidel who's not loyal. He fucks everything that moves. He's only loyal to the country, to the nation, to the ideology. Marcos, statesmen make up 30% of the total population. Melia, psychology as a field does not currently exist. Inshallah, Barwa, Gusano, Munafiqun. JC, read Gramsci, read Fanon. Read liberation psychology, but leave the cult stuff behind. At a certain point, it's a crush that interrupts self-growth and deliberately is designed to oppress. Vagina Bush, you have to miss the Spanish scale, the Catalonian class practice. Is that the Catalonian scale? You have to miss the Catalonian scale class. That's unfortunate. Catalonian scale is quite, yeah, it's a vital. The Catalonian scale is a vital element of music. Without the Catalonian scale, you'd have no music. Generally, just no music. The Catalonian scale. Yeah, I understand psychology, psychiatry, not psychology, being used to you know, for example, some people just can't work because they've been labeled. If you have had a psychiatric assessment of yourself, right? For example, sometimes you can't get a job. People just won't hire you. Number one. Number two. I forgot what is it that you can't do? You can't do something. Like maybe you can't get a loan or some shit. It's fuckeries, people. Psychiatry is weaponized by the capitalists, right? Even though it's not, the psychiatry is not, you know, it's not something. I don't want to use the word material, but yeah, it's not material. It's just not. A lot of it is opinions, right? A lot of it is opinion. So, and yeah, they can use this they can weaponize this to keep certain people from having a job, you know, loans, getting loans. Catalonian scale, you know, music. You guys don't know what you guys don't know. You guys don't understand music. Catalonian scale. It's a type of music scalings. You know, like the dentist, right? Marcos, Fidel said they are not Cubans, they are gusanos. Yeah, he's right. Right? Fucking Barwa, bro. Yo, big up Vaquero for the super chat. Big up Vaquero from Filipino. Brendan Wood, biomedical means they have to have some objective material for diagnosis. However, the observations are subjective. Yeah, again, it's subjective. it's most of it is opinions, right? So it's fuckeries that they can use this field, which is kind of opinion based, to discriminate. Brendan Wood, so they prescribe a one-size-fits-all suppressor to fix emotional pathway, but all emotional pathway in that context instead of identifying something objective and changing it specifically. The brain can suppress and change things itself with the right understanding of our biochemistry, like exercise and other stimulus to promote hormones and so on. You kind of make sense. You kind of make sense. This makes sense to me. Okay, this makes sense to me. Right? My shadow, I did not say that. I don't think it's a scam. I'm saying it is weaponized. Okay? It is weaponized by the capitalists. We are mafilindo, exactly. Yes. You better put the ma in front. You get me? Right? Mafilindo will be led by Malaysians. Okay? Malaysia will lead the Nusantara revolution. Okay? We are going to close the Straits of Malacca. And we are going to build a canal in southern Thailand. And we will charge the Chinese and the Yankees, the Yangobians, we will charge them toll if they want to go through the strait. I mean, not the strait. We don't have a name for it yet. The strait in southern Thailand, we will build a canal. My shadow, how can no you it's not privileged info. If you've been to psychiatric assessment, it's in your record. Or you have to disclose it when you. This is not scientific. This is just anecdotal, but yeah. No, I'm not talking about me, by the way. I'm talking about my friend, right? It's not privileged information if you've had psychiatric assessment. I don't think so. Your assessment is privileged info, but the fact that you have had psychiatric, because sometimes, for example, right? I'll give you an example. Okay. Give you an example. If you need to disclose that you have had psychiatric assessment to get out of something, right? To get out of maybe a loan or whatever, yeah, that shit becomes public info. And you could be discriminated against. My shadow, that's not the case in Canada. Vaquero, so I've worked in psychiatry with junior doctors and I see the value in both. I'm not saying it's wrong. I don't know what's wrong or what's right. I don't decide. I'm just saying right now it's opinions. So yeah. Marcos, I wish there was a Malay envoy in the Caribbean. What the fuck is an envoy? It's not that I don't know the meaning of these words. I forget. Okay? A messenger to communicate or negotiate with another entity. Yo, the dictionary called the Puerto Ricans entity. Now that's wild. Also, you can use psychiatric assessments to get out of something, by the way. I mean, if more power to you if you can use it. Yeah, my shadow, it is opinion. It is. The assessment is opinion. Even medical diagnosis is opinion based. Because you go to different doctors, you get different opinions. Vaquero, in practice, psychiatry is deployed alongside medical and social interventions. But I'll be real, if you've seen an autistic motherfucker, right? Yes, that motherfucker is autistic. Yes, it does exist. But it's just anarchy. It's just anarchy. Okay, this is what I believe. I believe it's anarchy. Vanquero, this makes psychiatry. Look, I'm not clued up on this. Okay, don't come at me. I'm not clued up on this. I don't have opinions about this shit. But I will receive any opinion about this shit. I will receive your opinions and I will consider, right? I don't have any opinions about this shit. This is because I'm a neurotypical, so yeah, of course I don't care. I don't give a shit, right? I'm a neurotypical and I've never been, you get me? I've never been in the system. So yeah. Password, I'm still coming to terms with the fact that even though I was diagnosed autistic and ADHD, there's nothing wrong with me. It's crazy how invisible this position is, even though it's the default. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. You could be diagnosed and yeah, it's not on solid ground. Brendan Wood, psychiatry suppresses the emotions, even if all well. You're talking about the medications, right? JC, this chat has too many. Okay, I'll read your DMs. I like how I'm not a reader and yet I read every day. It's crazy. I'll read your DMs. Some vagina bush, sometimes it's better to suppress your emotions. Sometimes your circumstances make it a necessity. Yes, that's true. Sometimes if you don't do it, you can't work, you can't function, and you can't survive. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Vaquero, on an epistemic knowledge level, however, it's true that psychiatry generalizes, universalizes lots of things that should not be, which disempowers so many people. This makes sense to me. This does make sense to me. Brendan Wood, it creates a short-term solution with dependence, long-term effects, and repeat need, which isn't really a more efficient. First treatment resolution is better use of time resources. It always takes more time to do it right the first time. My shadow is rooted in behavioral studies, like medical science is rooted in biology and clinical studies. Sure, there are false diagnoses like there is in any other field, but I don't about discounting. Yeah. I wouldn't discount anything wholesale because I've seen a motherfucker who can't tie his shoes. So, right? Like, I don't have lived-in experience with this shit, right? I'm a neurotypical, right? But yeah. So I'm not gonna discount anything completely because I'm iffy on this. I'm like a centrist right now about this shit. This is too deep for me. Right? Vagina bush, I'm surrounded. Let me do a Yankee accent. I'm surrounded by people who consider any expression of emotion on my part to just be me creating drama. If I display emotion, I'm causing problems. That's why I should hide it as best as I can. Oh, you see, yeah, this is my problem as well. I just pop off. Whatever I feel like feeling or saying, I just pop off. And Yankees do have white people crackers. They do have this problem where they consider you, if you're dramatic, oh, you're being dramatic. Hey, relax, right? They don't take you seriously. They Yankees are very tone based. You get me? Yankubians are extremely hey, relax. Hey, even if what you say is completely correct, right? Even if what you say makes 1,000%, they're gonna for some reason, this is the Yankees can't help it. For some reason, they're gonna talk about your tone. Okay, what you're saying is correct, but your tone is a bit off. Who gives a shit, people? This is because, you know why? Because Yankees, they only know one language, right? Most of them only know one language, the Yankees, right? So they're not used to diversity of expression. They're not used to it, right? They're all about suppressing. If you want to tell them something, you better have the right tone. This is Yankee shit. Like, I'll be real, this is Yankee shit. If you want to tell them something, if you want to teach these fucking Yankees, you better have the right tone. Right? Even though you're being murdered and shit, you gotta have the yo, do you condemn Hamas? They'll ask a motherfucker being murdered, do you condemn Hamas? You better have the right tone. But even if you have the right tone, you still get mass murdered. Look at the Palestinians. They have the perfect tone. The Palestinians, the nicest people on earth, they have the correct tone, and yet they get mass murdered anyway. So make it make sense. What gives? What gives? Physical square. Shut the fuck up, bro. Your logic. I'm not gonna lie. From watching your stream, I have a hard time. I'm neurotypical. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let me read this JC shit. Let me read the JC, what JC wrote. Trying to understand the internal. Let me read this shit. Let me read this shit. I put it on screen right now. Right? Can y'all see this? Oh, it's probably hard to see. Trying to understand the internal thought process of others is based on many different lenses. Theory of mind, various philosophies have worked on this forever. That's not the problem. Psychologism is based on structure, is based on liberalism, has natural hard-coded into it, has utilitarianism hard-coded into it, has relativism hard-coded into it. It is heavily motivated and structured. These are not inherently the psychology model. The psychology model is a post hoc lens that prescribes things based off of a poor understanding of neurology and on the social values. The values that stratifies and that reinforces. It is biased design reinforcement of capital, of exploitation, of carceralism. Examples of people like Fanon or Gramsci of Deleuze or Guattari or Lacan does not change the ultimate function of it. Certain Soviet and liberation psychologists are semantically framed as psychologists. What is very specifically a model of social analysis and are useful in their rejection of it. I understand half of this. Okay. But I understand the problem here. The problem here is the system. Okay. People probably do not have problems with the field itself or the idea. People probably don't have. If the idea is explored, right? if the idea is explored in a proper way, people won't have a problem with it. But this idea is explored in a fuck ass way. That's what people have a problem with. This is what, yeah, much like, okay, let me just read your chats and then I'll get to something I can relate to, right? Brendan Wood, you need to reach out to resources in your community for therapy, to talk to people, know how to listen and understand. OF, they literally threw an entire scandal just because a candidate said she's gonna turn. Oh yeah, that one, that part. Ain't nobody. Yankees think you're angry just when being honest about their culture. Exactly. I'm not angry, I'm just talking. This is how I talk. This is my voice, I can't change it. This is my tone, I can't change it. Right? I'm not gonna change the way I speak, the way I express myself just because a Yankee don't like it. A Yankee will not like anything at all. Whether you have a nice tone, whether you have an evil tone, whether you have an aggressive tone, whether you have a passive tone, a Yankee will kill you anyway. So what the fuck does it matter? A Palestinian has been trying to tell you nicely not to do this, you do it anyway. So what the fuck does a tone matter when it don't matter? Right? There's no right tone to speak to a barbarian. We don't know how to speak to a barbarian. We don't know because we're not barbarians. So we're going to speak how we speak. However you receive it, I don't give a shit, people. Anyway, yeah, the point is, inshallah, much of the system is tied into pharma. For example, right? For example, a lot of medical shit is extremely tied to pharma. Okay, so they will do certain things. They will remove your organs when you're in surgery, just randomly, just to make you just so you could be, for example, just so you have no choice but to be medicated for a lifetime. They will do this. They will remove organs. They will do all kinds of shit, right? Because this is what happens when capitalists rule your whole world. Everything is based on profit. So they will do certain shit, certain fuckeries, including removing your organ when it does not need to be removed. Right? Right? MB, I'm not 400. What the fuck is 400 LBS? Mexican ad with a cat avatar. What the fuck is 400 LBS? I'm not 400 whatever the fuck that is. I'm not 400 nothing. Yeah. Vagina Bush, I've reached out. It's no good. Nobody wants to help me. I've organized. Yeah, in this capitalist world, you just have to do whatever works so you can survive. £400. Yeah, what's good, Caddy the cat? What the fuck is 400 pounds? That's like what, 2,500 in my money? I do have that right now. I do have 2K, around 2K cash. I have 2K cash in my drawer right now. Because, because of the gas crisis, I was thinking I got to keep some cash around. So I got about 2.5K cash in my drawer. So yeah, I do got 400 pounds right now in my drawer, in my bedside drawer. And I can say this because you don't know where I live, so you can't steal from me. I just think the problem you guys have is with the system, right? Am I reading this correctly? The problem is how they deal with it, not what they're dealing with. What they're dealing with, most people probably wouldn't have a problem with, right? If behavioral sciences is treated with a seriousness, people wouldn't have a problem with it. The problem is it can be manipulated. It can be manipulated to benefit capital at the end of the day. That's the problem. And it can be manipulated to divide people, right? Yeah. Inshallah, capitalists start wars to sell opioids. That's true. I mean, they start wars for various reasons, but if it don't make money, it don't make sense. Right? LBS like Mormons? 181 kilogram is a fucking car, people. That's an electric car. Okay. Do not accuse me of being 200 kgs. That's a fucking small car. Vaquero, just making sure you understand the concept. Psychiatry as part of medicine proper reinforces and regulates what is normal behavior. Pass it off. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you got it. You're smarter than I. Pass it off as objective. That's the problem, yes. Even though it's tied to socio-capitalist systems. Yes, they do pass it off as objective. That's the problem. Marcos, look at Big Bucks bunker. 2K is a lot. Is it, Marcos? 2K my money. It's not that much in your money. It's about what? $300? 400? $400? Latter Bay Saints. I mean, Vaquero encapsulated this. Look at me using vocabs. Yeah, they do pass it off as objective. That's the problem. When it's not absolute. Password, as well as gatekeeping resources behind a diagnosis that deem something societally wrong with you and therefore other and ostracized, especially as it pertains to holy fuck vocabularies. Yo, wait a minute. Password, you have both autism and that's ADHD. That's ADHD. You have ADHD. You don't need to say autistic and ADHD and ADHD. You just say ADHD. That's what you have, Password. I mean, that's what you're diagnosed with. I only have ADHD probably, as diagnosed by Vagina Bush. I just have ADHD. That's it. I don't have nothing else. Physical squid. I'm ADHD too. Right? You're also logic, so make it make sense. Ow. Vocabulary slop. And that's what you have. Okay? ADHD. Right? We can't even finish 9 minutes, a 9 minutes video without going deep into psychiatry. It's mad in the dunya. We in this together, brother. Yeah, of course, the fucking engineer wants a material solution. Nah, but yeah, I don't disagree with most of y'all. Because of the system, this will not be explored in the right way. Forget behavioral sciences. Any medical condition will not be explored in the correct, in the optimal way as long as you are in a capitalist system, right? This is why people yearn for communism, okay? This is why people yearn, because in communism, they solve problems, right? They solve, and basic needs become transactional. Basic needs becomes a factory line. It just happens. It does not become an adventure, right? It basic needs is just something that you don't think about. In this is why people yearn for communism, because of capitalism. Inshallah, I'm insane according to current standards, right? I mean, you do believe in astrology, so yeah. I believe in astrology, but only saggy. The rest can suck my dick, okay? The only astrology I believe in is saggy. Saggy season. It's saggy season. Brendan Wood, I'm just reading people. I big up Taylor X Law for the raid. I hope you had a fucked up stream because you're a commie. Because you're a commie, I hope you had a bad stream. Fuck you. Suck my dick from the back, Taylor. Fucking commie. Fuck out of here. Fucking socialist. What does it even mean? Right? What the fuck does it even mean? Socialism. It means nothing. Fuck out of here. It was only bad because you weren't. I don't eat ass. I don't eat ass. I'm a Muslim. Ass is haram, bro. Right? Unless you mean hamar. Wait, is donkey meat like a donkey meat cuisine? Is it a cuisine? People do eat donkey. Is donkey meat okay to eat? Here's the answer. No, I believe donkey meat is yeah. I don't believe. I think if donkey tastes like, does donkey meat taste like horse? Does donkey meat taste like horse? Let's see. Donkey meat is, yeah. Horse meat is not, yeah. Horse meat is not the one. Like, I'll be real. I've tasted horse meat. It's shit, people. But you know, if you have too many horses in your country, you might need to eat it anyway. But I'm pretty sure horse meat is horse meat nutritious. Horse meat is highly, yeah, people eat it for the nutrition, not for the taste. Right? Yeah, people eat horse meat for the nutrition. Definitely not for the taste. Taylor X, wouldn't me sucking your dick from the back also be haram? No, it's not haram because you're the one doing it. Right? It's not, because you're not Muslim, so it's not haram for you. Look, inshallah, I'm not saying horse meat ain't good for you. I'm saying people don't eat it for the taste. You get me? If you have a choice between lamb and horse meat, take the lamb. Look, inshallah. JC, those medical, can you do this? Can you tag all? Wait, what the fuck? Yo, JC, can you even tag all? All those medical diagnoses are vagisms that are better explained and treated by a structural change and are not understood. See, you have a problem with the structure, not the concept, right? You don't have a problem with the concept. You don't have a problem with behavioral sciences. You just have a problem with the structure behind behavioral sciences. And that makes sense to me. And that makes sense. Too old for the wish. I would take the horse over the lamb. Unk does not like pleasure. Unk. Too old for the wish does not indulge in pleasure. Right? Horse meat tastes like shoe. It tastes like shoe. I've never eaten a shoe, but if I was to eat a shoe, my guess is it tastes like fucking horse meat. Okay? No, it does not taste fine. Fine is like wait, what's her name? The Colombian lady? Yo, what Sofia Vergara. Now that's fine. Okay. Horse meat does not taste like Sofia Vergara would taste like. Okay. Horse meat tastes like Chew. It tastes like Jimmy Choo. Okay? Too old for the witch. I don't eat lamb. What the fuck is wrong with you? Or duck or rabbit. Why? Tell me now. Tell me, too old for the witch, Unc. Why do you not eat? Rabbit is delicious. I don't mean to be an asshole, but rabbit is delicious. Lamb, delicious. Duck, delicious. All those three elements are way more. The reason the Mongols eat horse meat is for energy. Is for so that the Mongols, they don't need to camp. The Mongols can ride on horses for days, for weeks. They thought they were ghost people. Right? The people who battled the Mongolians, they thought the Mongolians were ghosts, were aliens. Because these motherfuckers can ride for weeks, people. Right? But the reason they can ride for weeks is science. They eat horse meat. They drink like, what do you call it? Some yogurt kind of shit. So that thing is fermented. They don't need cooked meat. They don't need to cook their meal, so they don't need to stop and camp and whatever the fuck. They can live off their horses, right? They eat dried meat. Dried meat can be kept for months, I think, or maybe weeks. So they don't need to, right? They don't need to stop and cook or whatever the fuck like all these other soldiers. They can ride for weeks, right? That's why they eat horse. They do not eat horse for the taste. The Mongolians do not eat horse for the taste. Okay, Unc? Right? MB, what the fuck is this boomer ass joke? Too old for the witch. Rabbit, I had a pet. Okay, so in Islam, right, Unc? In Islam, if you feel some type of way about an animal, it's haram for you to eat it. So Unc, you are being Islamic, okay? Because in Islam, if you feel some type of way for a rabbit, it's haram for you to eat a rabbit. Even a chicken. If you have feelings for a chicken, if you are in a relationship with a chicken, you feel for the chicken, you appreciate the intellect of the chicken, it's haram for you to eat the chicken, my friend. Right? No KFCs for you. But yeah, rabbits are delicious. I've had rabbit burgers. A rabbit Ramly burger. At Klim Kim Tap, lassi. Yeah, they do drink a lassi kind of concoction. That's why they can ride for weeks. Too old for the witch. I'm almost converted. You can't be a commie and be a Muslim. Let's be for real, Unc. Yo, Unc, you gotta choose. Okay, communism is the firmware update for Islam. Okay, you can't be a commie and a Muslim. That's like you can't be a Muslim and a Christian at the same time, because Islam is the firmware update for Christianity and Judaism. You can't be a Jewish and Islam. Actually, you can be Jewish. Jewish is also a race. So you can actually be Jewish, the race, and Muslim. That's what a lot of Palestinians are. They're Jewish and Muslim, right? But you can't be a commie and a Muslim at the same time, because in order to be a commie, you have to be a materialist, right? However, as a materialist, you also have to acknowledge that not everything is within vision. Not everything is within vision. So Islam, until disproved, is scientifically correct. Until disproved. However, the Islam's proposition does not come with a lot of set of evidences, material evidences. So yeah, it's a lot of inner conflicts you're gonna have. Right? You see, those Palestinians are Christian. If I know a Palestinian who used to be a Christian, now he's a Muslim. He can't be Christian and Muslim at the same time. You just can't. You can't be a communist because if you upgrade to a newer system, you become that system. The system you left is right. So once you upgrade to communism from Islam, you can't look back because there's going to be a lot of, conflicts, inner conflicts, outer conflicts. There's going to be a lot of conflicting elements between communism and Islam. Right? There are some similarities, yes, sure, but there's gonna be a lot of conflicts that you would have resolved by converting to communism from Islam. So why would you want to go back, right? And keep resolving the same conflicts when you have already upgraded? Okay, JC, that's a mutant. JC, I literally know a Christian Muslim. That's a mutant. You can't be a Muslim and a Christian. You got to choose one because Islam is the upgrade, right? If you're a Muslim and you're a Christian at the same time, you're a walking contradiction, right? You can't believe Jesus is the fucking son of God and Jesus is a prophet at the same time. That's a contradiction, my friend, right? You can't. At Klim Kim Tap, because Jewish is also a race. I haven't researched Jewishism and shit. I haven't researched Jewishism. I'm not saying you can't be. I'm saying it doesn't make sense to be both at the same time. You can be a Christian Muslim. You can. It just doesn't make sense. How do you resolve Jesus Christ, Jesus? How do you resolve Jesus being both God and prophet at the same time? That's crazy. Christians are fucking crazy. Why can't God's son be a prophet? Because he's not God's son. Right? He's just not. Because he's not. The upgrade tells you he's not, so he's not. Right? You don't question this shit. You have to submit. Yeah, there's no such thing as ethnically Muslim, by the way. Muslim is by choice. Okay? There's no compulsion in religion. No compulsion. Too old for Tawaj. I only want to convert because praying sounds like sorcery. Yeah, praying is cool. Like I be real. You're doing yoga while saying some while you're doing A'udhu billahi minash shaitan while saying some shit that sounds like a war cry. And you're doing yoga. You're doing war yoga. When you're praying, you're doing war yoga. People pray before they go to war. So you're doing war yoga. Right? Man with long last my bad. Vagina bush. Jewish is not a race. I haven't studied this, so I can't talk about this. I don't know if it's a race, if it's a religion. The Jewish religion, you can't be Jewish religion and then Muslim. JC, the original. Yeah, I know, I understand this, but it just doesn't make sense. Okay? It doesn't make sense. Because it's fairy tales. Right? Just because someone believes in fairy tales does not mean I have to accept the logic of that someone. Okay? In fact, the fact that that person believes in fairy tales is exactly a reason for me not to believe in this motherfucker. Inshallah, it's not a race, a religion, and identity, but not a race. You know what? My religion is AI, okay? So is Jewish a race? Let's see what AI have to say. Jewish people are generally not classified as a race, but rather as an ethno-religious group of nation. This means that being Jewish encompasses a combination of ancestry, cultural history, and shared faith. ethno-religious group. It's both ethnic and religious. That's crazy. China Bush, just because you're inbred for a few years doesn't mean you're special. You are special. Just not the special you think. Right? You're special, but you're not, you're just not fucking Sofia Vergara. You're special in some other way. Right? Marcos, fairy tales make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. All right, let me click on this link. I understand all this, but these are fairy tales. You motherfuckers are trying to make me go deep into fairy tales. Muslims ethnic group. Yeah, this is wrong. Okay, look, this is why you need Islam. We tell you this is wrong. Islam is by choice. Muslim is by choice. Okay? This is why we upgraded the firmware from Christianity to Muslims, because you motherfuckers are chaos. Christians are fucking anarchists, okay? That's what Christians is. Everybody gets an opinion. You get an opinion. You get an opinion. Everybody gets an opinion. You get an opinion. It's fucking chaos. It's anarchy. Sunset is basically Christian. Right? Christian is anarchy. That's why the Muslims, the Arabs, right? That's why some random motherfucker in the Arabia said, this shit is fuckery. It's fucking chaos. I'm gonna, you get me? I'm gonna set it straight. This is the word of God. You do not change the word of God. This is absolute. But then some asshole went hadith. But then some asshole, started doing the hadith shit, the sunnah, okay, whatever, bro. That's why communists say, that's why the communism, which is the natural progression from Islam is communism. They say this shit is fuckery. This is chaos. Now they did what the Islamists did to the Christians. They say you're anarchy. This is anarchy. Right? Now everybody gets an opinion. Everybody gets to interpret the hadith. Everybody gets to interpret the Quran their way. Now you have fucking 10 imams telling you what to do. Which one is the right imam even? So the communists said, we're going to remove this portion of the religion. We're going to take this part. Right? We're going to make it simpler for you. We're going to focus on what we can see, which is the people. We're going to focus on the basic needs of the people. The material needs of the people. Forget all that other shit. God hates the gays, and I don't know. Okay, God hates fucking women. I don't know. Okay, women hold half the sky. Okay, right. That's all I'm saying. Once you updated your firmware, you do not look back. Once you have updated the firmware, don't look back. Right? Or else you're going to keep living in a loop and keep running into the same contradictions and keep having to resolve the same contradiction you resolved a century ago. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, I better eat or some shit. At Klim Game Tab, there was infiltration through hadith books. Yeah, don't go down that rabbit hole. It's fairy tales, okay? So yeah, don't go too deep. I like it. I love it. I like these fairy tales. I think it's cool. Doing war yoga every day. Believing in an afterlife where believing that material possessions do not mean anything. You should help the ummah, right? Your material possessions should be used to help the ummah, right? However, just like psychiatry, this can be manipulated. People manipulate this shit to make money. Boku, I just made baked beans and chicken sausage. What are you, a fucking cracker? Fucking cracker over here, right? You're probably pitch black, but you're acting like a cracker right now, right? Baked beans and chicken sausage. What are you, a fucking limey? What the fuck is wrong with you, Boku? Right? What you mean baked beans? Do Yankees even eat baked beans? That's crazy. Yo, do Yankees even eat baked beans? Do you even know what baked beans is, Yankees? That's crazy. How the fuck do you get baked beans in San Francisco? That makes no sense. I don't think they even sell baked beans in the US over here. Holy shit. You wildin'. It was great. Shut the fuck up. No, beans are good, but not baked beans. Baked beans is sweet. That's sugar. I should go eat. I'm going crazy. Yo, people, we can discuss this in Discord, okay? We can discuss this in Discord. Join Discord. JC, Yank baked beans are brown sugar and bacon. Holy shit. Boku, use hella. Okay. It's fucking yeah. Use hella. Hella. Nah. I clocked it. Inshallah, bake your own beans without sugar. Brendan with good music thing associated. What you know about the Catalonian scale? Catalonian scale in music. Catalonia scale in music. Right? Catalonia scale in music. Right? What you know about that?
Desperado, many, Mamico, Balotelli.
Nah. What do you mean vegetarian baked beans? Wait. What do you mean, yo? What do you mean vegetarian baked beans? What the fuck is a ain't beans? Oh, wait, beans aren't veggies. Are beans veggies? Oh, they're both. Yeah, they're veggies. What do you mean vegetarian baked beans? No, you shouldn't. You should say meat. What do you mean vegetarian baked beans? Beans are veggies. At Klim Kim Tap, I could get banned on your Discord for discussing the Hadith rabbit hole. There are a lot of Jewish narrators in Sunni Hadith. Yeah, I don't doubt that. What's good, trap beans? We summon the trap beans. What do you mean vegetarian baked beans? Beans are veggies. I guess JC was right. Oh, lard. Yeah, this is yo Yankees. You need to kill yourself in Minecraft. What the baked beans? You really put lard and bacon in baked beans? Holy shit! That's not baked beans. That's trash. That's literal fucking trash. Fuck out of here. No, Boku, shut the fuck up. You don't understand. Over here, baked beans is just fucking beans. Okay? No lard, no bacon, no shit. This is what baked beans is. We don't say vegetarian baked beans because baked beans implies vegetarian already. It's you Yankees who are just fucked up in the fucking head. You're fucking crazy, Yankees. The fact that when Yankees say baked beans, you're supposed to assume it has lard and fucking bacon, and then you gotta do the mental gymnastics and do a vegetarian baked beans. That's fucked up. No, Boku, you're being an FD signifier right now, Boku. I'm not tripping. You're being an FD signifier right now. You are seeing me through the lens of Yankee Loop. The Yankee. You are seeing me through the lens of the Yankee bubble, Boku. What's good, BZ888? What the fuck is this name? Is it BZE or is it BZ? Which one is it? Nah, it's beans, and it's bean in liquid, okay? It's bean in tomato sauce. That's what baked beans is to the rest of the world, my friend. Not just my country, my friend. The rest of the world. Baked bean is baked beans in tomato sauce, okay? Busy. What the fuck is busy? Is it busy or is it buzz? Which one is it? There's no such thing as a veggie baked beans. Beans are veggies. You can't say veggie baked beans. It's like saying a Yank American. It doesn't make sense. Hey, Yank American, just say Yank. Okay? Right? Desperado. All right, people, I'm going to go eat or some shit. So join Discord. BZ. Okay, BZ. BZ.
Give me photo, paparazzi, Don Julio, Don Miami, come deu la o, ni pestaza o la o, asa metra o la o, ni deu la o, come deu la o, ni pestaza o la o, asa metra o la o, ni yo la o, yeah, la o, yeah. Lao, yeah, Lao, yeah, Lao, yeah. It's not the way I see me here because of the way I talking to me here. Think you see me the street of Opa, you see me the street of Sapler, you see me go, you see me tell Joshua, you can talk to me like this.
Minister of Enjoyment.
Yeah, Fabio, wow. You know. So, Minister of Enjoyment. It's a continental. Monumental. Go live forever. Chop another bank out. At the mad, they must be meta. Smoke is zaza. Let me can't forget your mother. Come do la o. Ni pestaza o la o. Asa metra o la o. Yeah.
Monitor speaker. Yeah, I got monitor speakers too. Busy, been watching for a while. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, let me find someone to raid, and then we can get the fuck out of here. Who's online? Who's online? Who's online? Who's online? Who's fucking online right now? Who is fucking online right now? Minister of Enjoyment. I know who this is. Obsolete Punks. Who's online? Ogre Boy is online. Cinemarxism is online. Maybe Cinemarxism. Don't rate weaklings. I do Cinemarxism. Is that okay? Cinemarxism. GNN can suck my dick from the back, okay? Right? GNN can suck my dick from the back for no reason. Let's see. Lao, Minister of Enjoyment. YouTube, YouTube does not have shit, people. Wait, who the fuck is the company, man? No, I don't know who that is. Yeah, there's nothing on YouTube, so it is what it is. Brendan Wood, you're autistic as shit. You either autistic or you a nerd or both. Okay, I'm gonna do Cinemarxism. Cinemarxism. I'm gonna send y'all to Young Turks. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna send YouTube to and Twitch. Okay. Alright, people, look me in the eyes, people. Man them. Love for the love. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Just own it, lady. Just own it, you fucking coward. Why is this administration that makes... Yo, Bunker Cat, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. We're checking out footage and commentary around